What's good, everybody? Happy Tuesday. Thank y'all so much for being here. I hope everybody's having a good day. Listen, y'all, my day is going good. Listen, I honestly and truthfully, I had planned on recording Real Housewives of Potomac, the review, and I had totally forgot that it was the season finale. So I said to myself, let me get in here. I said, don't record it, just do it live, and then drop the link or whatever because I couldn't do y'all like that because it was the last episode, and so we got to end the season right. I try to do it come live when I got time. You know what I'm saying? And so we're gonna talk about the episode. We're gonna talk about the episode. I'm gonna run through the episode, talk about what stuck out to me, and then I'm gonna drop the link and we're gonna talk. But it's gonna be about an hour and 15 minutes. Okay. Um, yeah, we are here today to talk about the Real Housewives of Potomac, season 9, episode 20, and the name of the episode was called Reunion Part 3. Okay. If I had to be honest with you, I don't know. I think that these girls are just not that girl. These girls are just not those girls. I think that we support these girls because they black. But other than that, they just really not them girls. I feel like Andy was going around saying, this is what the best reunion that we had from them from a minute. I don't think that the reunion was good. And I didn't really see. Andy said that it was going to be somebody with receipts on the show, but I didn't see no receipts. If y'all saw some receipts, let me know if y'all saw some receipts. I didn't see no receipt. Okay. So we're going to try to scan through the episode real quick. I'm trying to scan through the episode real quick. Okay. I can't go through everything.
I'm not going to goddamn break everything down for nobody.
I won't be able to break everything down, but we're going to try to touch on everything as quickly as possible. Okay. And the thing is, I feel like I don't understand what's going on. I like some of the girls. Some of the girls I like. Some of them I don't really care for like that, but I don't ever mistreat nobody. I'm fair. I feel like out of some of the YouTubers, I'm one of the YouTubers who is actually fair. So if I'm saying something listen, y'all can like Wendy if y'all want to, but Wendy has fault just like everybody else on the show, And when I drop the link, and if you like Wendy, you can come up. I dropped the link for everybody. It's not like I'm dropping the link for specific people. If you like Wendy and you want to speak up against Wendy, y'all swear Wendy is so oppressed. Y'all swear Wendy's so oppressed. But if you like Wendy and you want to take up for Wendy, come on and talk about it. But Wendy is not perfect, and neither is Giselle. The crazy thing is I call out Wendy and I call out Giselle. If I say something about Wendy, I hate black women, I hate immigrant women, I hate dark-skinned women. And if I say something about Giselle, I'm a flip-flopper. I tell the truth about everybody. I can only tell y'all what I see. Y'all try to turn a blind eye. Okay? I'm not like Sojourner Truth. I'm not going to be over here making excuses for Wendy every time something happens. You know what I'm saying? I'm not that. Okay? But again, we are here to, I want to do an introduction to some of the people that were here. But again, we are going to talk about the Real Housewives of Potomac, season 9, episode 20. And the name of the episode is called Reunion Part 3. Let me do a little 45 seconds of people who are here. Candace, what's good? Wizard, what's good? Miss Lovely T, Ray J, what's good? Nicole Page, what's good? Did you see Kiana going at Stacey? Right, I saw Kiana. Girl, Kiana, you ought to be quiet. You ought to be quiet.
I'm not weak.
I really don't even know what she there. Honestly, don't even know what she there for. Rob J in the city, what's good? S Lover, True and Blue, Velda Sorrentino, what's good? Malaya Lachelle, what's good? Miss Thelma, what's good? Miss Bella, what's good? Gigi, Richie B, what's good? D Allen 997, 977, Erica Robinson, Miso Joy, A Bay, Apple Charm, Dak, what's good? Russell Wendell, Yvette, what's good? Tress Love, Jay East, Tanya White, C Backus, Shayla Lee, what's good? Milagro, what's good? Yvette, SJ, what's good? Kevin, what's good? Jordan, what's good? Just be happy like me, what's good? Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. To date, Kate and Greg are no longer together. Storyline. I don't believe they were together. My thing is this, though, Kevin, and that's what I'm saying, because Kiana made it seem like that she was in a relationship that wasn't really what it was. Kiana tried to make it seem like she was in a relationship that her and this man was getting ready to get married, that they was buying a house together. Now all of a sudden she buying a townhome. Okay, and now you and the man ain't even together. Anyway, let's start with Mia, because on the last episode, Mia got up and left the reunion. Okay, so I told y'all, people will fight you with their kids. Mia is trying to fight us with her kids. Now all of a sudden, the kids are off limits. Mia walked off the stage, okay, and she actually left the building. I'm shocked. Mia should be fired. In my opinion, Mia should be fired. Okay? Mia used Jeremiah as her storyline. Okay? She used Jeremiah as her storyline. Mia went. I remember last year at the reunion, Mia told Andy, I'm 100% sure Jeremiah belongs to Gordon because I had him through IVF. Okay? But what these people do on reality TV, they like to try to play the audience like we dumb. Okay? Now, I admit, I don't really know a lot about IVF, you know? And when she was saying there could have been an overlap, I'm like, oh, okay, but you didn't have to bring that as a storyline on the show. You didn't have to bring it on the storyline on the show, but she thought that she could just bring that as a storyline on the show and nobody was going to say nothing.
All of a sudden now you can't talk. Everybody's talking about that. Oh, I can't talk about it. Karma is a bitch, honey.
Yeah, karma. Now you can't talk about it, or you don't want to talk about your kids. People will fight you with their kids, okay? And Mia, I'm shocked at Mia because I felt like this season Mia was grabbing to she was slaying the girls left and right this season. But when it came to her storyline, it was lazy, it was weak. You know, it was late and it was weak. But make no mistake, I do not think that the women cared about the well-being of Mia's children like they try to put on. I think that Karen and Giselle did not like that Mia was becoming that girl at Potomac, okay? That Mia was sitting next to Andy at the reunion, and Mia was Beyonce in the cast photo shoot. She was Beyonce, Mia was in the middle, and Menage a Trois was Beyonce. Oh, I call her Menage a Trois. Was the show this season. She was the show this season. She was Beyonce, and the other girls was Michelle. She didn't even give them Kelly Rowland. Y'all, Michelle, y'all nowhere near me. Okay? And I believe, y'all can call me crazy if y'all want to. I believe that the girls ended up, I think the girls had something to do with that Essence article coming out about Mia. I do. I think that the women on the show were threatened by Mia, and they had something to do with the Essence article coming out about her. Yeah, Mia didn't really stand on business because I would have ate the girls up. I would have been standing on business. But Mia, you running away. I just think that Mia running away from the reunion after what you said about Giselle daughters, and we ain't at 10 minutes yet, but we gonna get there. After what you said about Giselle daughters, I'm surprised that you walked away because nobody really said nothing about your kids the way I would have went at them. The way I would have went at them. I would have talked about your kids if I was Giselle. I would have talked about your kids. I would have if you'd have said anything about my daughters. And then did y'all hear the way that Mia was acting? The way that Mia was acting when she left the building, she was like, where's the door? Girl, it wasn't giving all that. Mia, you got caught in your lie. You thought that you was going to be able to talk about, right, Trent King, nobody talked about the helmets. Nobody talked about the eyebrows. Nobody talked about the Benjamin Buttons. The kids look old. You could tell. We knew that them was the ink kids. We knew that them kids belonged to an old man. Mia kids and Raven look just alike. They do. Mia kids and Raven look just alike, and so does Nene's youngest son. You could tell that them kids come from men that was over 50 when they was born. You know that them kids come from, I'm not trying to be funny, let's have real talk, put a 2 in the chat. If you can tell when their daddy is over 50. You can tell when their daddy is over 50. You can look at the kids and tell you got an old daddy. You know what I'm saying? Them kids come from old nut. That's just the truth. That's just the truth. When the kid's daddy and stuff is over 50, thank you, Mrs. Kiki, because the people don't want to be, thank you, Callie. You can tell. You can tell. You can tell. Okay, yeah, missing some DNA links. Yes, you can tell. You can tell when the kids come from a man that's over 50. David, talking about like PK. No, I'm being for good. Ashley Kid. Yeah, Ashley Kid. Oh, no, oh, yes, Kevin, that happens. That happens. You can tell when the kids come from somebody that's over 50. Yes, that's true. Okay. But Mia left. We'll talk about Mia toward the end. Okay. What happened next? Okay, so none of the men are coming out. Okay. None of the men are coming out. We left the reunion part 2 with what's my boy name? Yeah, Ashley Kids too. Ashley Kids too. Ashley Kids too. Ashley Kids do look up. You remember y'all remember Dean when Dean was first born? Y'all remember what Dean looked like when he was first born? You know what I'm saying? The kids look a certain type of way. The kids look stressed out. You know what I'm saying? They look at Juju. Okay, let me not do that because she a little girl. And y'all like to talk about the little boys, but y'all don't really want to tell the truth about the little girls. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all know Raven look like she 46 years old. And Raven ain't nothing but 20 in her 20s. Come on now. At the end of the reunion part 2, Eddie and Greg were on the phone. They called TJ to ask where TJ was at. Okay. And they bleeped it out. So the rumors was true. Okay. Eddie was on the phone with TJ, and we didn't really hear what he said. Okay. So Andy is back on the show. Andy, the girls are sitting down. Remember, Wendy act like that she got a phone. Wendy, Raven does look old while you playing. I wasn't playing, baby. I was dead serious. I was dead serious. Raven ain't nothing but Ray with a bow. That was nothing but Ray with a bow. Okay. What was I saying? Okay. So we didn't know what was actually said. So Andy said that the men are not coming out. Okay. And he said that TJ was invited. Why didn't he show up? Okay. And Stacey said, he didn't show up because we're not together. Okay. And Wendy said, well, actually, Eddie was on the phone FaceTiming TJ backstage. And Eddie said that TJ said that you paid him to be on this show. I know, Kevin. I know you was agreeing. I know you was agreeing. Hey, Esther, what's good, Mr. Cal? Hey, baby, what's good? Did you see Tears up saying he has more to say? Looking for a moment. Hey, baby, if we ain't got to listen, it should have been already. Okay, we gonna talk. Hey, baby, Raven looks older than her parents. Well, Karen look good, and Karen looked real good. Did you see Karen over, baby? When I tell you that Karen at the end of the episode, Karen was laying on that bed in that cashmere. Karen was giving the girl's body and face. And was dressed in all white. It was no mistake that she had on all white, Angel of Mine. It was no mistake that she had on all white. She wanted y'all to take pity on her and have sympathy for her. Absolutely not. Okay. Okay, back up. So she said that, he told that you paid him. Okay. And the thing is this with Wendy. Wendy was nasty in the delivery, the tone. It seemed like she was angry. If she didn't give friend like she said she was, she's not Stacey's friend. There was a way that Wendy could have told Stacey what TJ said without being as angry and had a different tone and delivery. And I think that it was what I think that happened with Wendy was, I think that Wendy got caught up in the moment. I think that there was a way that she could have, there just was a way that she could have, it showed how self-absorbed she was, and it shows that Karen was really right, and Karen warned you, Stacey, about Wendy. She she's self-absorbed, and she made this moment about her. It was in her tone, it was in her delivery. She could have still, Wendy could have told this to Stacey in a different tone, and it's still, let's be real, and I'm being honest, Wendy did own the reunion. Okay? And I just gotta be fair. She did own the reunion. However, she could have still owned the reunion in a different way had she told this to Stacey, because it still would have been out on camera. You know what I'm saying? But Stacey, okay, let me see. Hold on. Thank you for the super chat, Trent. He say, wait till Karen get released and then them fillers gonna be dropped. Them fillers been done dropped. Okay. Wendy seemed gleeful. Wendy seemed it was just really nasty. It was just really, really nasty. And the thing is, I just think that Wendy was making it about herself, and it wasn't about Wendy. It really wasn't about Eddie. It was about Stacey and what Eddie had said. And I think that Wendy was making it about herself because she got the accusation from Eddie. Yes, Eddie told you that, but that does not make it true. It doesn't make it true. It's an accusation. And the thing is, Eddie is a lawyer. Eddie is a lawyer. And Wendy and Eddie and everybody on the couch, it's just so shameful, because I feel like there is no sisterhood amongst these women. They be too excited and too happy to see the girls go through it and the girls get dragged. But Eddie is a lawyer. And you sitting around here acting like that you got receipts or this is fact?
Why would you even repeat that? You as an attorney, why would you do that?
Eddie, they were acting like this was fact. The thing is, it's an accusation and there was no proof. It would have been different if I feel like the girls was going so hard on Stacey, but we had no proof. These are just accusations. It would have been different if he sent Eddie a Venmo receipt or a Cash App receipt or something like that, but he did not say these are not facts. And I think, again, I do not think we have to get out of trying to make a person. It seems like the girls don't know what sisterhood is. Not sisterhood. The girls don't know what receipts are. Okay, a receipt is what y'all remember season. I believe it was season whenever Phaedra had Aiden, and it was Aiden's first birthday party, and Aiden, when Nene had gave Cynthia a phone call. It was a recording of Phaedra saying that she didn't give a damn if Cynthia came to the party or not. And she sat down with Phaedra. And Phaedra was like, oh, girl, you know I don't talk like that. I don't cuss. You know I don't use the F words. Have you ever talked to me like that? And she asked, she even got doubled down. And do you agree? Have you ever heard me talk like that? Did you hear the voicemail? Did you hear it for yourself? And she said, yeah, I heard it for myself. I actually have the voicemail. And she played the voicemail. And when she played the voicemail, Phaedra was like, oh my God, these mosquitoes are just biting me. Or a receipt is when just now on episode, I believe it was episode 1, when Stacey told Mia, girl, you knew we was coming to Miami. And Mia said, I didn't reach out to you. You reached out to my POC. And Stacey pulled out her phone and showed the receipts. It was text messages between her and Mia. Those are receipts. These are just accusations. I think it's unfair. I'm not saying this because it's Wendy, because do I believe that Stacey and the man was in a relationship? No, I don't. And I told y'all that earlier in the season. However, it doesn't, you have to be fair. We don't, that just because he said it doesn't make it true. We have no receipts. But what we can't do is make Stacey explain why TJ did something. I can only tell you it's not true. I can't provide you with why he is saying this. And I'm glad that Stacey stood on business and didn't call him, because y'all mind was already made it up. Wendy gave her a chance to clear it up. Wendy did not give her a chance to clear it up. Wendy was trying to force that girl to call that man. But what would I call him for if you're telling me that he already lied on me to Eddie and Greg? What sense will it make? Because y'all mind is already made up. What she tried to mask it is we giving you a chance to clean it up, but they had already chose the side. They had already chose the side. And if he lied to Eddie, why would I call him so he can lie in my face again and y'all can have y'all moment? Why would I call him? Why would I call him if y'all done told me that he already lied? Why would I call him so he could lie in my face and y'all can think I got egg on my face? That's crazy. Why would I call him if he already lied? There's no need for me to call him, and I'm glad that she stood on business. That's crazy to me. We have to stop. Just because a person is not acting the way that y'all think that they should act and doing what you think they should do to prove their innocence does not mean that they're guilty. Thank you for the super chat, Me Soul Ocean and Sun. She said, I've been a silent viewer since you started your first YouTube channel. I agree with you 99% of the time. That 1% is because you're only human. Greetings from New York, Brooklyn. Continue great work. Thank you so much, M Soul Ocean and Sun. I appreciate it. Wawa, thank you for the super chat. She said Wendy was annoying as fuck this episode. Yes, she was. She was. We have to stop trying to make people explain stuff that another person did. I guess they wanted the call for him to provide receipts. Yeah, he should have sent the receipts to Eddie. The thing is this, if someone is making an accusation, it's up to TJ to prove that I paid him. You get what I'm saying? If TJ is understanding, if TJ was, I don't understand why the mean behavior gets celebrated from Giselle. When has Giselle done this? We're talking about Wendy right now. We're talking about Wendy. So are you saying that Wendy is wrong in this scenario, Esther? Are we saying that Wendy is wrong? Are we saying that Wendy is wrong? I don't care what Wendy does. She will never get it right over here. That's just that. Where are the receipts? She would have it right if those. Where are the receipts? Wendy was coming at Stacey as if there was receipts. Where are the receipts? Let me know. Maybe y'all seen the receipts. I didn't see any receipts. I just heard accusations, and she was not. And Stacey told the truth. You girls do not. She should have sent proof. He should. Thank you, Miss Amy. He should have sent proof. He's the one who made the accusations. If he was going to say it, he should have sent Eddie the proof. That was a smoking gun. Him telling Eddie it's just an accusation, and Eddie being a lawyer know that will not hold up in court. Where was the proof? When Wendy was in Miami and she got the drink thrown in her face, and they was telling her to call Peter, and she said I didn't have to call Peter. Was she guilty then? Was she guilty then? See, the line is moving. Wendy didn't have to call Peter. But now Stacey got to call somebody to prove her innocence. This is crazy. Your mind. What I'm saying is these girls' mind were already made up, and no matter what TJ said, they wanted to believe this because there's no sisterhood in the group. Yeah, Eddie told the truth. I'm not. Yeah, don't take delicious. That's what I'm saying. Eddie did tell the truth. TJ did tell him that. But what I'm saying is he did not provide. Those just because he said it doesn't make it true. Is all I'm saying. Stacey got in a confessional. Stacey told them, and this was the truth. Stacey said, well, and they ended up telling Eddie to come out. No, Giselle told Stacey, girl, you got busted with your legs wide open. Those was actually your daughters, Giselle. Stacey should have told her, no, baby, those was your daughters that got busted with their legs wide open. And that's why Mia called them whores. Keep it cute. Because what we ain't going to do is jump on me. Because y'all lack of a storyline. Okay? So she said that she wanted to see the video. They ended up putting the video on a phone and giving it to Andy. And then this is what I'm saying about the self-absorbedness of Wendy. Andy sat down, and Ashley them too. Andy asked, because Wendy was sitting second chair, Eddie had went backstage. And Andy was like, I wish that Andy would have been able to talk. I wanted to know, girl, this is the first time we saw Eddie family on the show. I don't like that Andy them just had Greg and Eddie there. I think that Eddie had a storyline this season with his family and stuff being on the show, and us finally seeing his family and stuff on the show. We wanted to talk about it and we wanted to hear about that. I could care less. Karen been a drunk since we seen her on the show. You know what I'm saying? I want to know about Eddie and his family, and him and his sisters and stuff still in contact. Did the grandparents meet their grandkids finally? There was stuff that we want to know about Eddie. All this drunk shit with Karen, nobody gives a damn. Okay, but anyway, he asked Wendy to scoot over. Well, the girl couldn't move. She said, "I wish I could get up and go and see it with you, Aunt, but I can't move." So Ashley said, "What are we gonna do?" And Andy had to tell Ashley, "Girl, calm down." You know what I'm saying? Y'all will see it later. He sat down. He asked Wendy to move over, and he sat between Wendy and Stacey. As the video started playing, Wendy was about to go through and check every little thing that TJ had said, and Andy had to tell her, "Wait a minute, let her see the video." She's thinking it's about her, because Eddie, it's not about you, it's about Stacey and TJ. And then once the video played, when everything was over, she said, "I just wanted to be known that my husband didn't lie." And Giselle had to tell her, "Girl, why are you making it about you? It's about you know what I'm saying? It's not about it wasn't about Wendy." And I understand that your husband had the receipts. I mean, I understand that TJ told your husband, but that doesn't mean that this is about you. He provided something. Now we know that he said it, but this isn't about Eddie. It's about Stacey. This is not your moment. And there were no receipts. The only thing is true that he said that he told them that. Okay? Stacey ate with me, and to me, this is what I thought. Hey, she said, y'all had y'all, and this is what I be saying about this fake sisterhood movement that y'all like to throw around each other. Okay? Stacey said Stacey cast doubt on Eddie's name. I don't believe that the man said it. I want to see it. All the girl was saying is, I don't believe it, and I want to see it. She didn't say, I think Eddie is lying. She said, I don't believe that TJ said that, and I want to see it. I don't believe that TJ said that, and I want to see it. It has nothing to do with Eddie. I don't believe that TJ is saying, I don't believe that TJ said that. And I want to see it. I'm confused. I am confusion. I don't believe that TJ said that because it's not true, and I want to see it. And Wendy, I don't care how aggressive you get. I don't care how mad you get. I don't care how loud you get. I'm not going to believe that he said that until I see it. Those were her exact words. Am I tripping? Put a 3 in the chat if that's what you heard. I don't care how mad you get, how loud you get. I don't believe that TJ said that, and I want to see it for myself. That is literally what she said. She never said that Eddie was a liar. She said, I don't believe that he said that. So I don't understand how it's turning into something about Eddie now. She literally said, I don't believe that TJ said that because that is a lie. It had nothing to do with Wendy. He was just the person that was on the phone with Eddie. No, she never said that Eddie was lying. She said that she didn't, but she never said that Eddie was lying. She said, I don't believe that TJ said that. That doesn't imply that Eddie lies. It implies that it doesn't imply that Eddie is lying. It implies I'm not worried about Eddie. I'm more worried about TJ and what TJ is saying. Okay? Stacey said, y'all had doubts about TJ. Y'all talked so poorly of him on the show. Now that this has become salacious and you feel like you're going to say something that's going to hurt me, now you are believing this man that you don't know, that you don't even like, and you actually know me. And she ate with that. And that's the truth. It ain't no sisterhood. It ain't no sisterhood.
It ain't no black girl magic in this circle. At all. It ain't no goddamn black excellence.
It ain't no black girl magic in the circle. It ain't no black excellence. It's none of that. Just because he said it doesn't make it true. We haven't even seen any receipts. And I'm glad that Stacey stood on business. I'm glad that Stacey stood on business and didn't call him. I'm glad she didn't. Okay? And you know, Wendy tried to say no, because she knew that they had him. Stacey knew that she had him when she said that, and Wendy was like, "No, we were your sisters 5 minutes ago when you tried to get you to clear it up. No, you wasn't trying to get me to clear it up, baby. You was trying. I can't clear up, like she said. You can't get me to clear up nothing that I can't explain. You wanted me to call him. That's not trying to get me to clear it up. You want him to tell me something to my face. You want him to lie to me. You want to catch me in a lie, so you want me to call him after you know, or you probably think that he told the stuff to Stacey. Told the stuff to Eddie that he's going to tell it to me on the phone. You get what I'm saying? So he's going to say the same thing. You wasn't trying to get me to clear it up. You were trying to put egg on my face. I can't clear up what I can't explain. I don't know why he's saying this. Now, do I believe that Stacey and TJ was in a good relationship, a real relationship? Absolutely not. But I have to be fair. We don't have any receipts. That's all I'm saying. I believe that Stacey got on this show. I told y'all like the third time I seen TJ. I believe that Stacey got on this show. She was getting a divorce from her husband. She wanted to get the heat off of her husband. And she knew how obsessed with sexuality that Black people can be. And she went and got a flamboyant, I guess you could say metrosexual type man to get on this show. And she got him on the show. I believe that. I believe that. I definitely believe that. But I do not believe that we don't know if she paid him or not, is what I'm saying. We don't have any receipts. And Andy made it seem like that there was going to be receipts on the show when he was talking on Andy Radio. And even when Wendy went to Watch What Happens Live, he made it seem like there was receipts. There were no receipts. There were no receipts. We had an accusation. There were no receipts. We haven't seen any. We didn't see a pay stub. You know? As Lover was good. They try to get a kick out of treating people bad. This is not the first time we've seen Mean Girls. No, it ain't. It ain't the first time we seen Mean Girl behavior. Let me see, because I think that was all that had to do with this section. She said that she can't clear up what she can't explain. Let me see, because my notes is everywhere. Yeah. Even when Mia, for instance, let me give you an example of a person, and I seen the stunt queen yesterday saying that he gonna tell his story. When you should have been ready, you a stunt queen. You should have been ready when this episode drops to release the receipts that night. When the show dropped, it should have already been set in your phone. But to show, even when G sat down with Ray. Even when he got on the phone with Mia, he told Mia that he didn't say that stuff, right? But the girl still believes. The girl still had wanted to believe it. When Karen's mind was already made up. This is an example that I'm giving. It's not about Wendy. It's about the group as a collective running with stuff and the mind being made up. The girl's mind were already made up that Mia was a terrible mother and she was lying when Karen stood out there. And so when Karen started trying to when Mia started saying what actually happened and when she got her child and stuff tested, Karen didn't want to hear it. Girl, you called me a drunk on this TV, girl, and so we about to run your name in the mud. It didn't matter what Mia was saying back or not. Why doesn't TJ acknowledge that him and Stacey are old co-workers? It's on his IG. Wendy wanted us to notice that Eddie was the first husband in first chair, and she was wrong. Wendy was correct on that. I have never seen. Now, I'm being honest. I've only seen Peter sit on the couch and Apollo sit on the couch, and neither one of them sat first chair. Eddie is the first husband, to my knowledge, that I ever seen sit first chair. Now, if it would happen on Salt Lake City or New Jersey or Orange County or maybe Dallas, I don't remember. But Peter sat on the couch. Peter was not first chair. Kenya was at first chair. Peter was sitting next to him, and Cynthia was sitting next. Okay, Gabor Joe from because I never watched Jersey. I never watched Jersey, so I wouldn't know. Is that a fact, Jay Eats? That Joe from New Jersey? Eddie was the well, we gonna how y'all do when people make history. Let's get Black history. Eddie is the first Black husband to sit first chair at a reunion. How about that? Eddie is the first Black husband to sit first chair at a reunion. Because even when Apollo was going to jail, they still didn't move Nene. They moved Candy from the couch. He was sitting closer, and he was sitting in front of Phaedra. Apollo was sitting. He wasn't sitting first chair. Dr. G had his own chair, not really on the couch though. That's because they bring the men out. But I'm talking about men that actually sit on the couch. When Paulo said, what I'm saying is this: the season that Apollo came out with Phaedra and he was a part of her storyline, Paulo came out there with the men and was sitting behind Phaedra. But Paulo also had a segment where he was sitting on the couch when it was just all women out there. The same thing for Peter. Peter sat behind the women when all of the men came out, but there was a point in Cynthia's package where he was sitting next to Cynthia on the couch. I'm not playing the race card. When they give somebody, how sometimes they do, we got history and then we got Black history. I'm not playing the race card. I have the line moving. Eddie is the first. We can't take it away. Eddie is the first Black husband to sit on the sit first chair. But he got an asterisk by his name, just like we got an asterisk by Giselle's name. Giselle was not first chair. Giselle got first chair because Karen wasn't there. I don't believe that Eddie would have sat first chair if Mia had the puss to stand up and stay there. So we got an asterisk by his name. He was the first husband to sit first chair, and there's an asterisk right there because we don't know. I highly doubt Andy would have told Mia, scoot on down, because your wife ain't even first chair. You can't be in front of your wife. You can't upstage your wife. You have to sit next to your wife. So they would have told Jacqueline go backstage. They would have moved old girl down, and he would have been sitting in front of Wendy, but behind Mia. Yes. Dr. G and Quad was alone on the stage. I think that was a reunion. They're not even Real Housewives. We don't count that, Carrie. This is the season before Apollo went asunder. And who was there? B. Spencer, let me know. I don't remember no man sitting next to Andy now. Why would Andy say that he wasn't? They said it was Joe. I don't watch Joe. I don't watch New Jersey, so I wouldn't know. I don't even remember. I don't ever remember. Y'all let me know. I have been watching, not since day one, but I've seen every episode of Beverly Hills. I've never seen a husband come to the reunion. Maybe Ken came a time or two, but I don't even remember the men of Beverly Hills coming to the reunion. PK came one time. Because he saw Erica Jane's pussy. PK came to the reunion one time during Pantygate, but PK was not sitting next to Andy. Was he sitting next to Andy? No, he wasn't sitting next to Andy. It was Lisa Vanderpump, PK, and then Dorit. Yes, I remember Joe sitting next to Andy while Teresa was in jail. My God. So Teresa's husband was sitting. EHC Bunny, I don't know if I didn't know that Teresa, mama, and daddy died when she was in jail. I would never be able to forgive Joe. Joe should have told that judge, I forced her name on that paperwork, and he should have went and took that time. True. My God, he was next to Nene When she hit, Apollo was next to Nene. He never sat first chair. Season 1, the husbands were there on Beverly Hills. They was, Ali. Well, Camille's husband definitely didn't show up because Camille said that her husband the one who told her to get on the show. Ralph was sitting what? Next to Andy? Oh, D-Nice, you probably be right. Now, D-Nice, he sat next to Andy. He sat next to Andy when Drew went and sung her song. I'm sorry, I'm parched. You wait, I don't recall the husbands at the reunion. No, S-Lover. PK was there, really. PK was actually there because I remember Pantygate. Okay? And so that was the end of the stuff with Stacey. Then they got to talking about the men not coming out. Greg, Kiana said that Greg, I dragged poor Greg here. Oh, I'm sorry. Wait a minute. Okay. I'm sorry. Thank you for the super chat, Q, the content guy. He said, good evening. Everyone was annoying. I didn't understand while a part of me believes Stacey paid. The other part is y'all getting glee out of something with no receipts. Wendy is no friend. No, she is not no friend. That's what people say to you when they want to gaslight you. Wawa, thank you for the super chat. She said the cast mainly had no storyline, so they jumped on Stacey. Wendy is no friend to Stacey. Who jumps on their friend like that? Somebody that claim that they love you. I don't want to be in a relationship like that. Me, Cherry Amore, what's good? She said, I don't think Eddie and TJ are clout chasers. Tamara P.A., she said, those girls treat Stacey like garbage. It was deplorable. They made fun of the guy all season and quickly believed him frauds. Well, it's not, and they believe, G. Even though I believe G too. But I mean, again, everybody is always believe women until you don't like a bitch. It's always believe women until you don't like somebody. Wendy is the little baby Jane. Thank you for the super chat, Amy J. Wendy is the little baby Jane Tucson. She could never be. She could never be Jane Tucson. Amy J, you messy. You trying to get me to go in, but I won't. She gonna be Jane Tucson. Girl, you lucky I don't know the name. I don't know what's the name of what is the name of the girl? Listen, y'all. Miss Hollywood. Dina. What is the name of the lead girl over there? What is the S-Lover? Tell me, y'all help me out. What is the name of y'all gonna drag me, but I gotta say it. What is the name of the girl? Amy J, you is messy. Amy J trying to get me counseled. Listen, don't counsel me, y'all. Consider me. Don't counsel me, consider me, because I gotta say it. What is the name of the lead girl of the Nappy Heads? What was the name of the lead girl? What was the name of the lead girl? I gotta go find it. Rachel. Okay, Rachel. Thank you. Yeah, she's Rachel. Maybe I don't want to be alone tonight. Ah. Yes. I want to know, is it worth that? Okay. Then we got Karen, drunk ass. Listen, I'm not about to play with Karen. I'm so shocked at Karen, y'all. We just needed somebody to pull Karen a rate this season and tell her,
you act like an alcoholic bitch.
You act like an alcoholic bitch. Okay? Now, Karen, girl, it's so hard. Okay. I think that I know a lot of people. I think that Wendy and Ashley was actually correct. We know that Karen is a drunk. So I don't think that Wendy and Ashley saying that they heard that Karen day drinks, Karen night drinks, Karen drinks. Okay. I thought that was on board because we know Karen drinks. Ashley was dead ass wrong to get to their reunion and say that somebody came to her and told her that it was somebody called her and told her it was a man in the car with Karen. I feel like if Ashley was going to say that was nasty, it was messy. I think that if she was going to, because Karen is married, and if you was going to say that, you should have said it to her face so she could refute it and give her a chance to refute it. Ashley was wrong for that. And since her marriage is over with, I don't think that she cared about anybody else's. Ashley was dead ass wrong for that. I think that what Wendy and Ashley had said was on brand because she is a drunk, but Ashley is wrong for that. I thought that was low. And she should have been able to, if we was going to bring that on the show, even though they said that in the dash cam footage, nobody really made a big deal out of it. It ain't no this is what I'm saying. It ain't no sisterhood with these girls because Ashley didn't have to get on here. Ashley did not have to come to the reunion and make that a point. She didn't have to come to the reunion and say that. She should have been able to, if we were going to say it, because the people told you that after she done got into the DUI, after she had the wreck, you could have told her that during the season. It ain't no sister. Ashley, that was nasty. That was nasty, and that wasn't good. Let me see what else. What else happened? Yeah, Ashley ain't a good person. No, Ashley ain't no good person. Ashley was wrong for that. That could possibly break up the marriage, trying to imply Karen was cheating. Thank you for the super chat, Laura. She said, at this point, I don't even feel bad for Ray either, child. The video was the true delusional Karen. She deserved that 1 year in prison. Oh, lying helper. Thank you for the super chat, Laura. She do deserve to be in a year? My God. I would die. Girl. Okay, now hold on. Let me get the stuff in order. Okay, because it's all over the place when we get here. Giselle said that Karen was offered 2 plea deals, either 6 months house arrest or 60 days in jail. Karen, what? She said that she didn't get that from her attorney, but she did hear that. 6 months house arrest or 60 days in jail? House arrest me, Your Honor? House arrest me, Your Honor. Okay. Now, Karen. Now, we got to pay attention to the dates. Because now we know that Karen was in jail. I mean, she went. Andy said that we was going to get a video of Karen dressed in all white. And that was December 27th. It was the day before she went to rehab. No. It was the day before she went to rehab. That was December 28th. And she was only in rehab for 48 hours. That means Karen got her drunk ass out of rehab before New Year's. Karen was out of rehab before New Year's Eve. The reunion wasn't shot until January 8th or 9th. So why couldn't you go to the reunion again? I told y'all that Karen is no good. That's a bullshit bitch. Karen, oh baby, Kevin Reynolds, she should have had 4 years. I believe that she should have had 4 years. Karen is delusional for real. She thought that she was going to get away with it again. Yes, she did. I think that Karen should have. I know a judge probably would have gave her 4 years. You came in here, this your 4th time, and we ain't gave you no time yet. Let's give you 4 years. Let me give you 4 years. My favorite single birthday is on the 4th. She actually got an album called 4. 4. We're gonna give you 4 years. So I don't understand. I don't understand. Okay. What did I just say? Oh, why was she not at the reunion? Karen pushed the date back of that court case. We saw Karen talking to her lawyer. When they pushed the date back, that man came into their home and he told Karen, we accomplished what we wanted to happen today. And what they wanted to happen was Karen to push the date back on the trial so she wouldn't have to be found guilty on camera and have to talk about it on the show at all. Okay. She did not come to the reunion because she didn't want to say that she was drinking at all. She's trying to push it toward the pills. But girl, it was the liquor. It was the hard liquor. Mama. Now, Ashley clarified, Wendy, I wish Wendy would have gave a date. I believe that Wendy was saying that she had went to a bar. Well, yeah, it had to be recently. It had to be after Karen's parents died because Wendy just got on the show with Karen after both of her parents died. Wendy said that she went to a restaurant. She won't say the name, but they told her that Karen comes up there and get drunk every day. Ashley said that she was on the train and that a man told her, she told a man that she was on the show. He looked it up and saw Karen and said that back in the day, he used to work at a seafood place, and Karen used to come up there and day drink until she got drunk every day. And I believe it. Karen is a drunk. Karen is a drunk. Okay. What else? Karen said that she didn't watch the footage. Now we see in the video of her talking to Ray. Okay. Karen was laying in her bed in a white cashmere sweater. She was giving shape. She was giving shape. Okay. And Ray was like, oh, you looking good. You don't look like what you're going through. Karen did look good. I'm not going to get, baby. Karen was over there giving body. How y'all think Raven feel that her mama got a shape like that? And she, okay. Did y'all see Dr. Contessa? Okay. What was I about to say? Karen was laying in bed. And, Karen said that she didn't watch the footage, but she was forced to watch the footage when she went to trial. And she said that when they told her that she was drunk, she thought surely they made a mistake. Bitch. What do you mean they made a mistake, bitch? This the drunk shit that I be talking about.
Bitch, please.
How the fuck you think they made a mistake, Karen? In your car, so you got into a wreck, okay? You was drunk. You went home and you slept it off. You go outside, your car is not there because your car blew up, mama. They said you hit a tree. They said you hit some stop signs. They said you ran over the median. And you saying they must made a mistake. But bitch, your car is not there. You don't have a car. Your car blew up. Ma'am, your car is on fire. What do you mean that you thought they made a mistake? I can see if your car was still intact and your car was still sitting in the driveway. Bitch, the car is totaled. What do you mean you thought they made a mistake? I'm not understanding. Can y'all help me out? I don't understand. What's good? Monique said this ain't Patreon. Okay. Because I was about to go in. I was about to say, baby, what? Baby, I thought that I was watching Professor Clumps over there at Contessa House, baby. They taking, baby, them two younger kids at Contessa taking all the food. They taking all the food, baby. I was Sherman. Say, God damn, I know I've been gone for a little minute, baby, but God damn. Karen, your car was totaled, mama. Your car is not there. Your car is gone. You don't have a car. There is no mistake, baby. It would be different if her car was still there. You feel what I'm saying? Deny. Tamara B, it's hard to deny, baby, when the car is gone. Why y'all laughing at me? I don't know what I did. I thought she was talking about in the moment. Carrie, baby, listen, it ain't no mistake because the car is gone. Thank you, Callie. Ma'am, your car is on fire. Ma'am, move. Your car is on fire. Boom. The car blew up. It was total. What are we talking about? Again, I can see if Karen got a DUI and Ray had to come and get her and she made it home. Girl, your car blew up. The car is gone. Bye-bye. Karen, you're not fooling me. You're an alcoholic bitch. Okay? You ain't learned your lesson. You sitting up here trying to talk about you up your dose and your pills. It wasn't the pills, bitch. It was the liquor. It was the hard liquor. It was the hard liquor. And then she's sitting up here talking about, and see, Karen didn't know that Ray said this at first, but see, we hadn't seen the show yet. Karen didn't know that Ray, because she said, you know, I didn't have my job. Thank you for the super chat, me, Cherry, and more. I appreciate it. Karen didn't know that Ray, because, you know, they were saying that they were trying to say this Blue Eyes mess, but Ray, you done sat up there and told G, when you and G was over there having men talk, you was over there telling us that Karen been fucking with, you was trying to insinuate, I don't know, 1 and 1 equals 2. Okay? You was over there, I feel like that, y'all tell me, each one teach one, y'all could be a little bit slow. I felt like that Ray was insinuating that Karen was fucking Blue Eyes way before Raven was even born. So for Ray to get up here and make it seem like these are just rumors, nigga, you contributed to the rumors. They was rumors at first. We didn't have any facts. We didn't have any receipts. That's what I was saying. It was accusations at first. They were saying that you was messing with Blue Eyes, right? They were accusations. I don't want y'all to think I'm picking up on Wendy. There's a difference between the accusation and a receipt, right? The accusation was Shasha saying that she was dating Blue Eyes. Those are accusations. Even when Robin said that Karen was drunk in Las Vegas with Blue Eyes, she never turned that phone around, right? Robin never turned that phone around and showed us Karen over there drunk with Blue Eyes in Vegas. She just showed it to the people on the thing. I wanted to see it. But when Ray got down there on the show, when Ray, this season, I don't give a damn what Karen tell me. Karen was over there. I believe that Karen be pulling her panties to the side and fuck any drunk at the bar, like Shasha said. With this 4th DUI I do. But when Ray said that she told him that I got Blue Eyes that run in my family, it gave me that she been fucking Blue Eyes way before Raven was even born. And yes, Steph, where's the proof? Her husband, the man that she lay in bed with at night. It'd have been different if they was getting a divorce. It'd have been different if they was getting a divorce and he said it. Oh yes, Karen been fucking Blue Eyes. She a drunk and simply stuff. She's a drunk bitch. Trying to create a story. She still needed a driver. Though she still needed a driver. She still needed a driver. Does Karen wear panties? I do believe. Yeah. They said Ray said she could have eye candy. That's why Mia went back to G. She can see him being like Ray, dedicated and motivated back to the bullshit. She told the officer, "Oh, I'm lit." Yes, she did. Ray knew that he was doing what he said, and he was trying to let us know on the slide. Yes, he was. Yes, he was. I'm over with this drunk ass bitch. Okay. At the end of the episode, that was done. So then they get to talking about the reunion. Okay. Andy said that that Mia left. Giselle said that was so whack because it was nothing that went on that she couldn't handle, and she had done so much all season. And Wendy made it about her again. Wendy said, I just want the record to reflect that I was the first one who called out Mia in her lies. I just want the record to reflect that I'm the first one to call out Mia in her lies. Who's keeping score? Who's keeping score? And Giselle had to tell her, girl, why do you always have to turn into... Why do you always have to turn into something about you? We talking about Mia right now and her deplorable behavior. And you sitting up here trying to keep score about what happened. Pills and potion, we overdosed. Girl, that girl was a drunk. I don't believe Karen taking no pills. Honestly and truthfully, don't get mad at me. I don't believe she's taking no pills. Okay. And then Andy talked about the relationship between Giselle and Wendy now. You know what I'm saying? Because honestly and truthfully, it seemed to me that Wendy couldn't hang with Giselle. You know what I'm saying? Giselle was, Wendy couldn't thrive until they had to tone Giselle down a little bit because she tried to play mean girl, but she couldn't really hang with Giselle. And so they tried to get Giselle to water it down a little bit. Don't be too mean because you know what I'm saying? And so now Wendy can come out and play. But Giselle tried to act like she don't really exist. You know what I'm saying? Wendy couldn't really hang with a real mean girl, so now they got her to tone it down, and y'all think that Wendy doing something.
I had to get that one in.
Okay. But y'all, that was it. That was it. It's so funny because I didn't even take notes. Well, I took notes, but I didn't really go thing by thing. I don't think that nothing else really happened in the episode that was really worth talking about. Mia did not come back. I think that Mia should be fired. They trying to bring listen, I don't think that we need a whole new cast. We could bring Giselle back, and we could bring Wendy back. We could bring Jacqueline back, and we just need I don't listen. I don't think y'all not gonna sit up here and call me no. Y'all can say what y'all want to say. I think that outside the show, if I was to hang with any of the girls, Kiana and I would be close friends. Kiana did not do enough on this show to come back for another season. Period. She was one of the worst housewives I ever. Baby, Kiana was worse than Deshaun Snow. Kiana was worse than Deshaun Snow. I don't even think Kiana threw a fucking event. Did Kiana throw an event this season? Did Kiana throw an event? Kiana didn't even throw an event. She didn't host no trips. Kiana didn't do nothing. Nothing. She didn't do nothing. Kiana should not have. Jazzy even hosted an event. Kiana was worse than Deshaun Snow. She can go. Ashley, you can go, mama. I'm fair. Ashley can go. Girl, you been getting a divorce, girl. You've been getting a divorce for the last 3 or 4 years. You and Michael ain't been together since the last 3, 4 years. It ain't nothing else that's going to be new. It's nothing else that's going to be new. Ashley can go. Giselle is the show. That's why y'all watch. Okay? Who else is on the other couch? Mia, I don't like that Mia left the reunion. Because you still could have slayed the girls. Mia still could have slayed the girls. You know what I'm saying? I would have told Giselle, girl, I called your daughter some whores then, and they some whores now. Girl, yes. You could have still stood in it. Don't talk about my kids at all. Don't talk about my parenting at all. Don't talk about it at all. And Andy would have been trying to get me to tell me, I don't understand. Listen, I could be a little toxic. I remember, you know what I'm saying, getting into it with coworkers and stuff at work and us having to sit down and talk. And the manager, you know what I'm saying, talking to us and, you know what I'm saying, thinking we reached a resolution. And they asked me, was I good? And I started back at point one. No, I'm not good. I ain't good. No, don't say nothing about me at all. Okay? Wendy can come back. I mean, what is Wendy doing? The Wendy show? Girl, yeah, and Wendy fans don't watch it. Listen, I watch more of the Wendy show, the Wendy Yosefo show than y'all. So I don't want to hear nothing. That's how I know Cam over there feeling insecure. Cam said that she want straight hair like her mama, and we ain't seen Wendy with her. Okay, but they said that she's teaching a reality TV course at a university now. So she did retire from what she is starting back teaching. But we can have Wendy on the show. I don't mind Wendy coming back. Stacey don't strike me as nobody that don't pay her bills. But Stacey did say she ain't paid a bill in 15 years. Stacey did say, Stacey do give me dingy enough that she probably was paying the nigga, and since the show was over with, she said the job is already done and she didn't pay the nigga. You get what I'm saying? She do give me that. But we got to get the receipts, Stacey. Stacey, it better not come out that you done paid this nigga, girl. I mean, I don't really care if you paid him or not. I mean, I just want to see the receipts. I don't believe that was no real relationship. I believe that you was trying to distract us from your husband. Karen. If Karen is coming back, I want to see Karen. I think the next season of Real Housewives of Potomac should start when Karen get out of jail. I want to see Karen. I want to see Karen with her cornrows in her hair. You know what I'm saying? I want to see Karen. That's when the season should start, when Karen get out of jail. Whenever they say Karen is getting out of jail, that's when she. But I honestly and truthfully though, I feel like that Karen don't deserve to be back on the show no more. Honestly and truthfully, Karen was in there. Karen got in that car and said that she was the grand dame, and what the fuck is the grand? Karen think that Karen think that she's turning over a new leaf by saying Karen is enough. But bitch, you was drinking and driving before you even got the title grand dame. Make it make sense. We could throw away the grand dame because Karen is enough, but bitch, you had already had 3 DUIs before the show even started. When you was just Karen Huger, the wife of the broke Bill Gates. The grand dame is not a dumb thing. With your white refrigerator. You had already had 3 DUIs then before the show even started. So now you're trying to blame. So now she's trying to blame it. It's because I had to hold up the I'm sure, and yes, she does. Teresa came back aboard, but listen, but see, what I'm saying is Karen is blaming shit that Karen was in that courthouse blaming. Oh, I had to be on this show, and I got to go do this, and I got to go there. And I was Andy. I would have told Andy, yo, I don't want you to, because you ain't taking no accountability. You ain't taking no accountability. You don't want to be on the show. It's too much for you. It's causing you to drink. I want you to be sober. I want you to be sober. So we don't want to put no pressure on you. No need to, you know what I'm saying? I don't think it. So Karen, I really don't. I don't know. Stacey, girl. Stacey said she was gonna come and steal the show. Okay, Jacqueline, I do want to see Jacqueline. Mia, I'm upset with you. Okay. Everybody talking about Candace and Robin. I think that Jazzy and Candace look like they'll get along good. I don't know. But y'all, let me drop the link real quick. Y'all, I honestly and truthfully, yesterday I forgot that this was the last episode. Because next week, the Real Housewives of Atlanta come on. And baby, I don't give a damn what y'all tell me. Don't call me no colorist. Y'all gonna call me a colorist. Listen, Shamil will never be that girl. Shamil was playing Portia. So I don't give a damn if Shamia married motherfucking Jeff Bezos. She'll never be that girl. Shamil will never be that girl. You played flunky to Portia too many times for me to believe you that girl. You know what I'm saying? Y'all building a show around Shamil? Absolutely not. Okay. But y'all, Dak, don't you start that. Why though? Because she was playing Portia sidekick for too long. She was playing her bottom beat for too long. Okay. Now y'all, I dropped the link. No cursing. What's good, Richie? What's good, Callie? What's good, Naomi? What's good, Laura?
What's good, y'all?
What's good, Lauren? Hey. All right, Richie B, what you want to talk about?
That I wish that Wendy would have been a little bit more quiet so Andy could talk to Stacey.
Mm-hmm.
I felt like she just kept jumping in and trying to overtalk and whatever she called herself doing. I think a part of the reason why she was so against Stacey was about that her opening her own dispensary or whatever Giselle was trying to say, and kind of like throwing Giselle an alley-oop. Like she seen Giselle was like on her top a little bit, so she wanted to ride that wave too, since she's her sidekick now, I guess. Mm-hmm. And it would be interesting if Candace did come back to see how Candace, because when we see Candace partying with Mia and Jacqueline, of all people. So that to me tells me she ain't effing with Wendy. And I would like.
Well, I wouldn't have been messing with Candace. You remember last year when Wendy was saying that they were saying stuff about her mama, Candace got in the confessional and was like, well, ain't nobody really said nothing about your mama. So I think their relationship had been strained.
Yeah, I never thought Candace was a true friend to Wendy, like how Wendy was trying to be to her. Like Candace.
Yeah, Wendy did hold Candace down. Wendy did hold Candace down when Monique got a hold of that wig. Wendy held her down.
Yeah. Candace never reciprocated, but I want to see how Candace feels about Wendy and Giselle being BFFs now. And I was saying, you know, Candace be getting Mia together, but it seem like they're friends now. So, and she was rubbing on Long Jacqueline's belly. So I guess they're going to be new moms
I don't
together.
believe in all that, girl. You know, I'm just saying people put their spirits and stuff on you. You know what I'm saying? People don't be wishing you well.
Yeah, 'cause she really doesn't like them. So that was weird to see.
Wait, is
But if
Candace pregnant again?
Hold on, we got to go one at a time, Naomi. She's not pregnant again. Jacqueline is pregnant.
I just
Jacqueline pregnant by Ash Todd.
who knows? Jacqueline might be pregnant by Gordon for all we know.
Oh,
I think we need to keep the cast how it is because we're down.
even with
We're in
Kiana,
crisis. With who?
I know you
even with
fucking lying.
Kiki.
Listen, when we invite all these new, we already have 3 new people on the show, which I don't particularly care for. You know, Stacey, and let me get on TJ. TJ is in the news today and yesterday talking about, oh, he might drop some of the seats and just smiling. You know, he wanted a moment. And for them to just like,
Hey, Miss Mona. Go ahead.
take it back to Wendy, you know, I didn't like how she got up there and called that man gay. Like, oh, he was more interested in the trainer. So if you think he's more interested in the trainer and he's trying to be Stacey's boyfriend, that's calling him duplicitous. So you're saying this man is duplicitous and not to be trusted, but then you want to trust everything he's saying at the reunion. So like, which one is it? And I don't like when people say stuff like that, or your house. I don't believe your house was broken into, like with Dorit. So it's like you say these things. Wendy, this is what I want from Wendy. I want for us, if I was Stacey, I would say, let's call down to the village, where your villagers see why nobody's speaking to you and why they ousted Eddie for speaking to you. You know, every time we try to breach that topic, is that's taboo. We can't talk about that. It gets shut down real quick. Why ain't Eddie's family speaking to him? Why do the people hate you so much over there in Nigeria? Like, let's get into that since you want to be dancing on everybody's graves.
Hold on, let me say this, Richie B. I don't think that that's true. Okay, so I ain't trying to be messy and start no beef with no other YouTubers or whatever, but I'm not ducking none either. But what I'm saying is I don't think that that's true. I think that I think that there was certain stories that was coming out because Monique was being held accountable, and the whole story that came out about Wendy being a part of that Osu thing, I think that was a lie.
I understand all that, but when we talk about it, the way she shuts it down, and we can't talk about it, and when NECA tried to talk, like when Ashley tried to talk about it, just the wrath of God we get from her, like, oh, we cannot talk about that, and in Nigerian culture, we just do not do that. But I want to talk about it. We get to talk about Karen being drunk, and them talking about Karen being drunk says more about them than Karen to me, because for all this time y'all knew Karen had a problem, and now y'all have a problem with it. Now that it's in the media, y'all knew she had a problem. Y'all didn't have an intervention. Y'all don't F for Karen. And y'all the 2 main ones, Wendy and Ashley, talking about y'all was crying so bad because Karen in jail now. But y'all literally was dancing on her grave at the reunion. Like,
but it's Karen, but Richie B, hold on. Okay, hold on. Cause y'all, okay, we're gonna have to give everybody 3 minutes. But okay, right. Wendy, wait a minute. I said Wendy. Richie, wait a minute. What I'm saying is, do you think that Karen would have even been receptive? Because she's not even with her tax issues that her and Ray was going through, that was in the Washington Post, and she never admitted to it.
It would still be on the record Karen, you have a problem.
It would have tried.
And I'm not here for this. I don't, you know.
But see, this is what I'm saying. I got to call you out, Mama, because when Big Reese had called Karen out for being a drunk. Oh, what the fuck is she doing on the show? What Q you say? Get the lunch lady off of here. They called her out for being a drunk.
Let me correct you, because when you have an intervention, it's done with love. The intent and purpose matters.
I don't love a bitch.
To shame someone like Sharice, that's not helpful.
Some people you gotta shame.
With your
we gotta defend the community from
Bring back shame.
No. When
Bring
you have
back shame. We have to shame her.
Addicts, you can't shame them. That doesn't work. That has actually the opposite effect. it makes them want to hide and they go deeper into their shit. So if they should have had an intervention or made it a part of, for y'all to be sitting up here and then like in current day to be acting like y'all so concerned about her being in jail. She could literally die in jail just from the alcohol withdrawals alone. Like alcohol is the worst thing to like be on.
I bring back shame. Bring back shame. Bring back
You
shame.
need to stop.
Okay,
no, let's bring back shame. Like, yeah, let's bring back shame. Wendy, why they don't mess with you over in Nigeria?
Girl!
And why the whole village ain't
they not saying
Eddie because he don't mess because he married you?
I don't.
And why couldn't we talk to his
believe
sisters and stuff at the birthday party? And y'all was talking all that shit at the table. Why we can't talk about that?
Yeah,
okay.
Gabor, she did say that. She said that his family doesn't talk to him because of her. That wasn't
because
something
of
that
her mammy. I believe it's some stuff with the way that suit. I believe it's the way that suit.
Still, they said when they got married that they disowned him.
This is why Andy should have talked to Eddie. This is why Andy should have talked to Eddie, and we could have got down to the stuff. But again, I will say this. It was, I think that the Osu stuff, and it was a lot of stuff that was coming out. The Giselle going to Sing Sing, the Wendy being Osu. It was a lot of stuff that was coming out from a particular blogger because they was going at stuff about, they was upset that people was holding Monique accountable. So that Osu stuff was never true. And with the Eddie was cheating Eddie was cheating and had a white woman pregnant at his job. Remember they were saying that it was a white lawyer that he had him pregnant. None of that stuff was actually true. But what the girls, but hold on, let me say this. But the girls just wanted to bring stuff on the show to go at each other. But the stuff about Wendy being Osu, that was never true. Okay, go ahead.
When they tried
What's good, Mims?
When they tried to talk about it, she sat up there with NECA and said, "We don't talk about this. We don't talk about Bruno. Okay, we are not allowed to talk about this." Next caller. That's what she shuts it down every time, and I am still not understanding.
But Richie B, she explained it to Ashley at Ashley House. Remember,
she explained around it. She explained why it was disrespectful for Ashley to even bring it up. But I still don't have an understanding of what it is and why. What about you made Eddie's whole family disown him? I want to get deeper into that.
That happens sometimes. I will say this though, Richie B, and then we're gonna move on. I will say this: sometimes when you are the only boy in a family, you are expected to still, now he got with Eddie being the only boy in the family. I can see the family being upset that Eddie is putting his wife first and now putting this woman first, and now everybody come second and third. I've seen it happen before. I just got to say that or whatever, but yeah,
not the Osu apologist.
Something like that.
Thank you, Trent.
I'm not an Osu apologist. I just don't believe that to be true. I just don't believe that to be true. But
either way, my granddad was disowned by his family. My granddad was disowned by his family for marrying my grandmother. But I could easily explain that. Richie's point is Wendy never has to explain shit.
Right. It's always shut down.
She said that she wasn't a part of it. What else was she? Okay.
We're not talking about the Osu though. We're talking about the fact that she said his family disowned him for dealing with her.
I don't.
She's just
She's never addressed it.
Okay. What's good, Callie? What you want to talk about? Let me set we got to do 3 minutes.
Okay.
3 minutes.
Okay. So going back to Stacey.
I
don't think that she literally paid him, but I do think that that's her coworker, and they made an agreement to come on the show together for exposure.
Agreed.
Yeah, I don't think she literally paid him. I think they're friends. Like, that's why she kept saying this, like, my best friend. I think that's her homeboy, and they had an agreement to come on the show for exposure, but he didn't think that people would clock that he was gay, and then he got offended, and the whole agreement fell apart. That's what I think happened.
But he the one who came and watched What Happens Live with a bra all see-through.
I agree, Gabor, but some people think the audience is dumb. You say it all the time. These people think the audience is dumb. Now, as far as Mia goes, I don't know what you guys are getting from her. And I'm wondering if Mia was so upset because maybe it's a situation where she's like Robin, where she already knew that they were getting rid of her. Because Mia was upset.
Baby,
you know what I mean?
What I loved about Mia when she got into it with Kiana, She said, "Okay, Glass."
Mia act like somebody that had gotten terminated. That's how she was acting. Like, I know I've been fired and I'm not about to sit here and get cussed out. I'm gonna just get my stuff and leave now. That's how Mia acted. I could be wrong, but that's just kind of how she acted. She acted, well, Robin was angry, but then later we found out Robin already knew they was getting rid of her. And that's why she was like so angry like that at the reunion. So who knows? I could be wrong, but I just had this feeling they don't too much like you leaving out them reunions like that.
I ain't never seen nobody leave a reunion. I remember Portia getting dismissed after she drugged Kenya.
Yeah, because
she pulled Kenya hair because she didn't really drag her.
Yeah, Adrian just didn't come, so she didn't leave. Nene was on Zoom, so I guess you could count that.
Yeah,
but I can't think of any of the ones that I've watched where any of the women have just got up and left. Now, to me, that gave me the vibe of she knows she ain't coming back and she not about to sit here and get cussed out. That's the energy I got. Maybe I'm wrong, but I didn't believe nothing Mia said. Nothing. Y'all still running with these rumors and thinking she in some type of throuple with G, and I don't believe none of that shit. I think it's all a lie. Excuse my French. But anyhow, and then with Wendy, I wish we could have dived into more what's going on with Eddie's family. I have a feeling it's a class issue, and I don't have nothing against tattoos. But looking at Wendy mama with them tattoos up on her titties like that, I really think that Eddie's family is probably more highbrow. They're probably like attorneys and doctors and stuff. And they probably looked at Wendy and Miss Susan and Wendy daddy working at the fast food place and said, who the fuck are these people?
But Wendy's sister is a doctor. Wait a minute. Wendy's sister is either a doctor or a lawyer.
Now. She wasn't when Wendy met Eddie.
Yeah.
Yeah, Wendy is where she is now, 20 years
No,
later.
I'm talking about her sister. Wendy, I don't know what her brother does, but I believe that Wendy's sister is either an attorney or a lawyer.
Yeah, but how long have Wendy known Eddie? Like 20 years. This is after the fact. I'm talking about when they first met these people. That's what I think happened. I think them people looked at them like,
but this season, see, we gotta be fair. They didn't start dragging. See, this season, Wendy, when they was in the kitchen, when Wendy had on the purple, Wendy mama said to her and Eddie mama was actually cool until they started dating or something like that.
I think the first season, Wendy said that her mom was higher ranking than Eddie's mom too, in whatever tribe they were in.
That was some tribe. That ain't got nothing to do with classism. I'm just looking at Wendy's mom, and I like I said, I have nothing against tattoos. But when I see women with big old tattoos on their breasts like that, I just think that this is a certain type of person.
What about the bleaching? What about Callie? Before we go, what about the bleaching?
The bleaching, to me, I'm Black American. We don't.
I'm joking. I was only joking, Callie. I'm just only joking, girl. You ain't got to talk about it.
I don't really understand. You know what I mean? Like that's something we don't really bleach. Like I don't understand anything about that.
Okay.
So yeah.
What's good, Naomi? What you want to talk about? Now, Trust Love, don't do me that. You know that woman bleach now. Come on now. Go ahead, Naomi. What you want to talk about? Nene.
Can you hear me?
Yes, what's good?
Hey, sorry. Hey. I think it was such a I wanted to say shout out to Rodney the Voice and to Richie B's channel because I just followed them.
Okay.
And they're killing it. And that Spill It TV guy that you shouted out to. I followed his channel. He's funny.
Billy Boy, yes. I'll be watching his Beyond the Gates reviews. But go ahead.
Yeah, Beyond the Gates. I keep hearing about that show. Everyone keeps talking about it.
It's the new soap opera.
Yeah, I need to start watching that. This
Hello?
You went out, Naomi.
Oh, I thought it was me.
Oh, okay, Trust Love.
Sorry, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, baby.
Yeah, I think it was like so dramatic and so funny how they built up built up the ending to Stacey paying, and like I think they were just all being so extra for the show, but like at the end of the day they can't prove like who's lying, like either Stacey's lying or TJ's lying, and like how are they going to prove it?
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's why it should be up to TJ to prove it because he's the one who made the accusations. He should have the receipts.
Yeah, I don't know if I believe it or not because like TJ did look very different, like on the FaceTime call than he was like all season. Like he actually looked like masculine. Like he looked a
Girl,
little like
let me tell you something, Naomi. You only saying that because he got on the hat. You know the
Yeah.
pussy bottoms, they love to put on the snapback and make them look masculine.
Yeah, something looked more. He was playing it up. He did. He did. He seemed like this was the real him though. Like when he switched and like when he was actually talking like fuck that fake ass show and those fake ass people. Like I feel like that's actually how he is, not like the Christian bad boy that
He
or the
sounded sweet then too.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I don't know. I think it'll be. I hope they bring Robin back next season. I think they might bring her back because people have been asking for her back
Mm-hmm.
since she was on the Traders. And Wendy's only friend was gonna be Stacey, but now she has problems with Stacey. So, but they were probably gonna have problems anyway because Stacey was coming out with that Spacey Stacey weed line.
But do we believe that? And that's what I'm saying. We don't have any receipts. We just had Giselle. Giselle has been on the show for 9 seasons, and
Oh, I
every
know it's true.
accusation that she made, she never had any receipts.
No, I can tell it's going. I can tell it's true because of the way the faces that Stacey was making when she was being accused of it. And she's like, "Oh, really? Yeah, is that true?" She might be under contract where she can't admit it yet or say anything, but the fact that I heard the name Spacey Stacey must mean that it was like a real concept or like it's going to happen. You know?
Okay.
I believe Giselle though, because I don't think she would just like it probably came from a credible source. It's not like she knows firsthand, but she probably heard it from like a credible person. And like the way that Stacey's face was making faces, I believe it. What else happened? Yeah, and Wendy's alone on the cast. She doesn't have no friends. Like even Giselle sitting there telling her, I told you, Karen never liked you," when she knows like damn well she doesn't like her either. So it's like, okay, but like so none of you guys like me. Like what is she supposed to do now, you know? But I don't know who's she gonna have next year. I guess like they'll make it work with the cast that they have, but I still feel like Giselle's gonna try to get back for Wendy because she always does.
Throwing shade.
Just something. She's gonna do something. Something always happens to her target. But yeah, that's all.
All right. Thank you, Naomi. What's good, Lauren? What you want to talk about?
Hey, Gabor. Hey,
Hey.
hey, Chad. The way you guys try to drag Wendy heavy on
I
the
tried to drag
line,
Wendy. Go ahead, baby. I
Wendy
love it.
slander is insane with her literally carrying the whole reunion.
Carrying the whole week. Okay,
Yes.
Go ahead, baby. Let's go. I love it.
So, first of all, I just think it's interesting that whenever the other girls on other franchises get to acting up on the reunion, it's, oh, they're making a show. They understand how to keep the ball going. But when it's Wendy, she's self-absorbed. She's nasty. She's rude. She's not a friend to Stacey. It's just, it's interesting.
Extra.
It is interesting to say the least.
Okay. Have I not called out Dr. Heavenly?
I'm not talking just to you. I'm talking
Okay.
in general.
Okay.
I'm
Go
talking in
ahead.
general.
Okay.
But I just think it's interesting. It's Wendy's vile and nasty when she does it, but when the other girls do it, they're earning their keep. They're making the show. They're making it interesting.
I love it, girl.
See, I can't. But I also don't believe TJ. I think he honestly was lying because of, like Eddie said, like how he was portrayed on the show. Everybody online was calling him gay, so now he's mad. And I think he was just trying to.
Everybody online, including Wendy. Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
I just think that he was trying to embarrass Stacey. I think that's also why she just was like so unmoved by it because it was ridiculous.
Can I ask a question, Lauren?
Yes.
Do you think that Wendy was trying to embarrass Stacey?
I think that Wendy was making the reunion interesting.
That ain't no. I asked you a question.
That's the answer I'm giving.
Okay.
I think that she was trying to make the reunion interesting. People were saying that Wendy was like being mean and not. See, Gabor.
Go ahead.
I think that people were saying that Wendy was being mean and nasty, but I thought that okay, I do believe that Stacey and TJ were not a real couple. So with Wendy doing what she was doing and playing up the whole TJ said this thing at the reunion, Wendy knows that was not a real relationship. I think it was just reunion banter. I don't think that it was, or at least I didn't receive it as Wendy seriously trying to attack Stacey and rip her to shreds. I genuinely thought that they were just going back and forth. That's why even while Wendy was saying, well, TJ said this and TJ said this on camera or whatever, Stacey was still touching her, laughing, chanting, bring Eddie out. I think if Stacey genuinely thought that Wendy was trying to come at her head, she would have been a little bit more aggressive in the way, similar to how she was aggressive with, or not, let me not say aggressive, but you know what I mean.
Well, you wanted her to match Wendy, because Wendy was aggressive and you wanted her to be more aggressive.
Oh my gosh, no.
Yes. Yes.
No.
Okay.
No, I just don't think that it was as deep as people are interpreting it. I honestly thought it was just them making a show.
I think that Stacey was being bought with Wendy because Wendy was playing in her face, and she was like, I love you, and I think that Stacey was listening to that I love you part and thinking that, oh, this is how we do at the reunion, but Wendy had no love for her.
Oh,
she didn't have no love for her sister. She did.
See, why is everything that Wendy does?
It's not everything that Wendy does.
So mean.
She was loud. Her tone, her delivery, everything about how she treated that poor girl in that moment was not sisterly. That was not sisterhood.
Gosh.
That was not sisterhood.
I honestly do not see it that way. And Jay Eats, okay. I am Nigerian. I am not white. I'm a person of color. But and then
so also, about the Osu.
Oh my! See, thank you for the transition.
Go ahead and tell us.
Okay, literally, I've every time we've discussed Wendy or anytime I've had the opportunity, I've always said that I'm very annoyed that the show, for whatever reason, does not ever take the opportunity to delve into Wendy and Eddie's relationship with Eddie's family. I think that is just uncharted territory that could actually be really interesting. I don't know why they just don't want to do that. I don't know why they haven't brought that up. That was how we were introduced to their relationship. We see them as this happy couple. Sorry, can you hear me? Yeah, we see them as this happy couple, and there's this just random backstory of the fact that his parents haven't seen his kids in how many years. I think it's weird that they haven't talked about that. But to what people were talking about earlier, okay, when you guys were disparaging Queen Wendy, Anchor Wendy, this is part of the reason why I was so annoyed with NECA bringing the whole, or not even bringing it to the show, but trying to make it a storyline, because the cultural context and connotation does not translate well, or does not even, or at least one, it doesn't translate well, and two, the show just would not be the environment to even be talking about the whole Osu thing or whatever. I'm Nigerian, but I'm not Igbo, so I don't even know all of the backstory to that. But I'm annoyed because whenever I hear people talking about the whole Osu thing so flippantly, as ridiculous as it may sound to an American audience, it actually is super serious within Nigerian culture. That's why I don't know if I said it on this channel or another channel, but I was praising Wendy and saying she is a much better person than me, because for someone to come on national television and call your Nigerian mother a witch. I don't know how she didn't get out of her seat and slap the taste out of Nneka's face, out of
If she
Mia.
would have
Like,
said that, she could have said that to American face, and it probably would have got her slapped.
it's just,
Especially somebody from the
If you
South.
out there doing spells, what else you supposed to be called?
no,
Oh,
Conducting
it just,
spells over the phone.
not so much. This is what I'm talking about. These
well,
are
she was
serious
saying Holy Ghost
allegations.
fire, shot, shot. You know, she was doing.
Oh my God.
That's just how
She was
You don't
Africans
doing what
pray.
they
You
pray.
was
No,
don't.
Gabor,
doing.
You
this is
don't
what
pray
I'm
for
talking
somebody's
about. This
downfall.
is what I'm talking
No,
about in
that's
terms
just
of
an
like
African
this
thing.
is what I'm
That's
talking
just
about in
how
terms of
Africans
the
move.
cultural context not translating well, because you like thinking that the thunder and fire and Holy Ghost wrath or whatever, that is how Pentecostal Nigerians pray. Like if you Google a Pentecostal Nigerian service on YouTube, that would not be foreign language to their service. That is why I'm so annoyed, because the stuff is not translating well. So it just it's not being received as deeply as Wendy took it, which in Wendy's situation is an accurate way to receive it. But I feel like I'm talking forever. All in all, Wendy 8. I love to see. I can't wait to see her center flute next season. It's
Oh,
beautiful.
that'll be a sight to see. Y'all don't watch Giselle down enough. I
Oh
She
will
is
say
my
this
not gonna be
though.
the
gosh,
anchor.
I think that
please.
I think that Bravo don't really know what we want to see, and they don't have the pulse of the culture a lot of the time. Because for Andy to just bring Eddie out there and then like dismiss Eddie about this stuff with Stacey and not really ask him about his parents and stuff. You know how he was just like, "Oh, and I'm glad that your family and stuff is back together," and this, and no, baby, we actually want to talk about that.
I
I
don't
want
think
to.
Andy likes Wendy.
You don't? Oh my God, baby. Y'all
I
swear Wendy is oppressed, child. I love it. Go ahead.
no. So
That's
listen,
believable. She's not likable.
not even just Wendy. I don't think Andy likes any like well-educated, well-spoken Black woman. Like the way he's dismissive of Wendy, he's just as
She's
Wow.
dismissive of
annoying.
Kenya.
Wendy
I'm not
had
even a
to.
Kenya
Are
fan.
you saying this because? Are you saying this because he had to really tell her, like, "Girl, calm down,
No,
calm
oh my
down."
God.
He did. He
No,
did have to tell
I've
her. He's like,
always
"Calm
felt this way
down."
about Andy. Anytime there is a well-to-do Black woman in front of him, he's always
Like,
very
give me an
like
example.
dismissive and flippant. But when it's a blonde-haired airhead-esque like Portia, he's like, "Oh my God, I love you, Portia." He's
Give me an
always like
example of.
that.
Give me an example of another girl.
I said Kenya. Like
Okay.
Andy, like his interactions with both Wendy and Kenya, they're always very like short. Like even when he refers to Wendy as Dr. Wendy, he says Dr. Wendy as though that's her stage name and as if she does not actually have a doctorate. It's like Dr. Wendy, very like condescending. I don't know. I may be reaching, but that's how I've always felt.
Yeah,
Andy
you
did
are,
like
baby.
Kenya though. Andy liked Kenya from the very beginning. He thought she was
He loves
and
Kenya.
Really?
that yeah, no,
Mm-hmm.
he did like her. And then she made a joke about him swallowing nut. And then all
Yes,
of a
he
sudden he
did.
said
Oh,
that
You don't remember that season 8?
I do not remember that.
She had her
But
cell phone
even
out trying
Wendy
to
saying
tell.
that this man is gay is borderline offensive.
Oh,
The TJ,
I,
because
I
she the
think that
one
she
that
was
really was talking about the trainer and all that stuff on
she
the
was
show.
But
no, she was
Atlanta
reading
Housewives,
she was reading
any
comments. She
man
was
that's
reading
on a
comments on Twitter. She was reading comments on Twitter, and that's why she said that.
No, but I'm saying I can see Andy getting a little bit like what you trying to say. You know what I
but he
mean?
doesn't feel that way about the Atlanta Housewives. The Atlanta Housewives are always throwing around gay allegations, and
He
he's
did.
always like, Portia, and Portia's like low-key the number one offender.
He did get mad the last time when Chrissy was over there when Chrissy and Kim Fields.
Oh, please.
He
I
did.
felt like that was performative.
No,
I
he
felt
was.
like because Chris was actually angry at the reunion, Andy was like, oh, well, he was trying to take the opportunity to, I don't know, stand his
Nah,
ground.
they were
And
taking it kind of far with Chrissy. Like they were cackling about it like it was something so funny. It was kind of getting
And
annoying.
also, we never had any proof that that man was gay, and I think they still married.
But
we
everybody
need
got
we
Any
need
eyes
to
clue
go to
now.
them
that
divorce
TJ is gay?
records.
Everybody got eyes.
Oh
We
my
need to go to the
gosh.
divorce records because Chrissy
Yes,
then left
Kenya,
Kim.
Kenya and Nene said that he was trying to be a wife. That he was on the bus, baby, saying, "Yes, baby, and that is a read, honey."
Oh my
Ooh,
gosh.
yes, real delicate. Thank you for the super
Not
chat.
delicate.
Super chat, Amy J. She said Wendy is too controlling for her family business to be exposed.
See, this is what I'm talking about.
That.
Okay.
What?
Okay. Let me get. Thank you, Lauren. I appreciate it. Trent King, what's good? What you want to talk about?
Oh dang! Now it's my turn, and I'm trying to go somewhere. What was I gonna say? Okay. No, because I just got in the car. So, but let me see. I was gonna say. Dang, I have my thoughts before I left. Okay, so. Well, first of all, I wanted to say Giselle does not make accusations. That's why she doesn't have to bring receipts. She actually was a former first lady, and so when she proclaims something, it's a prophecy. It doesn't need it. She doesn't have to explain it or prove it at that moment because prophecies they unveil themselves. Like when she said the drunk truth and the cheating truth, she knew she didn't have to expose it because she knew it was going to expose itself. Her mouth is a prayer book.
What about Chris locking her in the room and shutting the door and making her go into the room and making her? What about that?
Oh, I get so triggered by that story. I get scared for her.
Oh
That
my God.
white man with the bald head, he might be a skinhead too. She did the right thing by reporting that.
Get your Karen on.
No. And she didn't wait for that to unveil itself. She had to make sure that it was documented and recorded immediately. And I don't blame her for that. You got to be careful out here. The way he got Dorothy and Candace all held hostage in that house, paying all his bills for him, I don't trust them as far as I can know.
Go ahead, I'm listening.
Chris was always complimenting Giselle's neck.
He was, but see, Giselle knew how to play ball because Candace thought that was his friend. Karen thought that was her friend when she went on there and said, "My man is just in love with Giselle. He thinks she's the best thing since sliced bread." Giselle came and said, "That man made me go into a room that happened,
and he closed the door
in that room." That Giselle is some nasty work, though. But go ahead, I'm listening. Go ahead.
Yeah, so she doesn't have to unveil the fact that Stacey is going to have a weed.
Yes, you do.
I've never seen Giselle make a statement that didn't come to light though. It hasn't happened
She said
once
that
in
Chris
9
made
years.
her go into a room and lock the door. Giselle has told some lies. She even went.
We asked Chris about that, and he said he was only 40% sure that the door was open.
Child, even when they was at the ranch, she got on the bus and said, "What about Chris grabbing? Didn't Chris grab Deborah Budd?" It's like she always says stuff that she doesn't have the facts. My thing is, if you're gonna come up here and we trying to gag Stacey and say that we talked to this person, or at least give us a name or a reference. So you do have to have receipts. She got to
Not
have
if you're
receipts.
Giselle, because
Just
that
like
stuff
Wendy,
always
just
comes
like
out.
if Wendy got to have receipts if she's gonna be accusing this girl over here of paying this man. Wendy didn't have the receipts, so Giselle got to have the receipts too. What's good for the goose is good for the gander.
You can't bring receipts on Wendy because when Aneka tried to do that, we saw how she got ran off of the show.
What receipts?
Oh my God.
What receipts? Oh, you talking about Wendy honoring Necker cousin and said that she named her daughter after her or something like that.
That's what she didn't know the woman.
Yeah.
Not named her daughter after her.
Did she name her daughter after her?
No, she did not.
She said if my daughter.
She said if my daughter could be like anybody, it would be like Lev.
Yeah, if I want my daughter to be anybody.
Please.
I don't want her to be like my mama. I don't want her to be like my sister.
No.
I want my daughter to be like
you. See the reaching? You see the reaching?
That's what she said. I want my daughter to be just like
verbatim
you.
what she said.
She did not say that.
She did say that now. Now come on now.
She said I don't want my daughter to be like my mother or my sister.
No, she
that
said,
was implied when she said out of anybody.
Yeah, she said this.
Her mother is anybody, right?
Oh my God.
But go ahead, Trip. Go ahead, Trip. Let's go.
Oh, so yeah, you think that Mia's gonna get fired? I don't know. I feel like Mia.
I think that she should be fired. I think that she should be fired.
Oh, you think she should be? If she gets fired, who are they gonna bring back?
We need to wait till Karen get out of jail.
And then who else?
Karen, Wendy, and Giselle.
No, so when Karen gets out, she's not gonna have anywhere to live because Ray's not gonna keep up that lease. Ray's gonna be either in the Dominican Republic or in Florida.
So you heard that their house.
He's not gonna waste his time doing paying the lease and taking care of all the maintenance on himself. The only reason he does that because Karen makes him. And you heard that Erica Lyles, her husband, he flew to Bali to go live with what's his name? So Erica Lyles is single. Karen's going to prison.
Erica can come on the show.
Erica Lyles, I would love her. I need Erica Lyles to be as a castmate. I need Robin and Sharice to be a castmate for when she gets out, because she has to confront them. She can't keep like shirking around it the way she was shirking around the tax problems, even though they were posted in the Washington Post. She kept shirking around. She was even shirking around her boob reduction when she got her implants removed. Like, this woman never has to like stand up to anything or own up to anything, much like Dr. Wendy, because we're not gonna pretend like she didn't say out of her own mouth that her family were cultural pariahs and they can't step foot in Nigeria. But we can't talk about it.
She did.
Oh my God.
That was implied also.
The lies.
Let's talk about it.
All right, Trent. What's good, Q? What you want to talk about?
Good evening.
Good evening.
Hello everybody. So the thing is, this is more so for Wendy Jr. So
oh my God.
So you had said that if you was Wendy, you surprised Wendy didn't get up and smack somebody. Wendy not hit nobody, girl. She gonna show her puss, but she definitely ain't gonna hit nobody. I don't know. Like Wendy is not that girl. I'm sorry to break your heart. Wendy is not that girl. She will never be that girl. That's why she had to get them surgeries and all that kind of stuff. It's just not working. And the way that she was acting when Eddie had, and then if you notice, she put 10 on 20 when Eddie told her about what TJ said, because Eddie ain't say all that. Wendy was like, "Oh, TJ said this and said that. You didn't do this and you didn't do that." And then when Eddie came out, he was just like, "Oh yeah, I talked to TJ, but I didn't get into all the details."
Oh, and Q, don't forget when they asked her about her surgery, she was being persecuted then. She was oppressed. But nobody said that when we asked about Mia's surgeries. I'm just saying, go ahead and throw that out there. Can't ask her about shit.
Wendy started it with the surgeries on that part. And the other thing is, Eddie lied the first time because Eddie was like, "Oh, I didn't ask him that question." And then when Stacey asked him like 3 more times, he was like, "Oh yeah, he did say that you paid for him to be on the show." I don't really like. To me, it doesn't really matter because it didn't work out. It wasn't successful. I say this all the time. People feel like I put this on people, but I really don't.
You went out, Q.
There go that Holy Ghost thunder.
Q,
she
you
probably
went
tweeting
out.
Come
still
against
right now.
Wendy, it's gonna cost you.
All right, go ahead, Top Chef. What you want to talk about?
Can you hear me? Hello?
Yes. What's up?
What's up, Bar? How you doing? What's up, chat?
Fine, and you?
I'm good. I'll make this quick.
Okay.
I think that Giselle is the show. I think that she is the show. I think she is consistent with what she brings to the show. I actually don't mind Ashley. I know a lot of people want her off the show, but she's the one who's going to always push the envelope. She's the one, because she will do what none of those girls will do. Like Wendy, she knew about the whole drunk thing, and she always showing up at the bar drunk. Ashley was the one who actually said it. So you need somebody like that to push the story along. I think that Wendy is whack. She would never be that girl. When Candace comes back, I think they're going to go back and forth because she always plays the middle. Now that she has her season where she's out there, she's not going to like Candace coming back and getting the shine. I don't think Mia should return to the show. She hold up the show. She was just holding it up, and it was a bad storyline. Kay could be a friend of. I don't think that she deserves a peach at all.
Even friend of?
She could be a friend of, but I don't think she deserves a. I think Jacqueline brings more of a storyline than Kay does. And Andy did not even ask her any update about the lawsuit or anything like that, which I thought was weird too. This is what I want to talk about. When it comes to the Stacey thing, first off, we don't know. We have no proof also that Kenya paid or did not pay Walter. She said she never did. She got up there with Candy and said she never did. Walter said he did. So we don't know. So people saying, yeah, just like Kenya paid him. Nobody knows. So that's all based off opinion. The same thing with Stacey.
Well, Phaedra is the one who I heard say that that he paid, but well, of course with
No,
Deja,
Walter did an interview. He did an interview with Gary with the T. He said she didn't pay him, but she did ask him like he can get exposure, and he agreed.
Okay.
They were in a real relationship, and I don't know why
They had just broken up.
But his auntie,
hold on one second.
Mm-hmm.
Even with Dr. Simone on Watch What Happens Live, I think she's whack as shit for what she said too. But that's the Easter Bunny, so I wouldn't expect anything other than that. But I would say this: I'm not gonna give no receipts. I'm not gonna do nothing like that. I will say this: I know for a fact TJ is not gay, and I know for a fact that him and Stacey were not in a relationship. It was a business deal. Do I think he was getting paid? I don't know, but they were friends, and he was sent on the show to portray a certain way. I think the whole him going, I don't think he's gay. I think the whole him going on the Watch What Happens Live with the fishneck shirt, I think that was playing in people's face because they knew the narrative out there. I think Stacey's a very smart girl.
Yes,
and I think she plays stupid and she plays dumb.
Mm-hmm.
The reason why I can say this is because I actually know the girl he's dating out here in LA. I'll leave that there.
You see her baby pictures? Was she born a girl?
Oh my God, Trent.
Is it Caitlyn?
All right, Top Shelf. Q.
No, Top Shelf, you need to stay up there because it's ridiculous that Wendy's mother is allowed to be a witch, but Mia can't be a feminist.
We got to move on.
Oh my God.
Come on, Q. Go ahead and finish.
What did I leave off? I don't know
way longer than I expected. Go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I don't care what nobody say. TJ gay. I don't care if he dating a girl, if he sleep with the girl, if they sleeping in the same bed. TJ
at least bi.
We all know it because there's women out here that's desperate all day long who will let a punk climb their back. TJ is gay. It is what it is. On top of that, Wendy just not that girl. The glee that they was getting over something they had no proof over was crazy to me. And I feel like they got something against Stacey, or they trying to bring whatever side of Stacey they think they trying to bring out of whatever it is. It's just Wendy's just not the girl. Giselle was annoying. Ashley was annoying. Kay, I don't know why she was up there. She don't need to come back. The show needs to be put on pause. They need some new cast members. Maybe not everybody, but they definitely need some new cast members. And Potomac is just not the show that Andy is trying to make it seem like. He made it seem like this is going to be the best reunion ever. Giselle talking about this going to be the best season finale out of all season finales. Like, we didn't see anything. We saw nothing but some dogs running around, and that was it. Nothing happened in this season. Candace don't need to come back. Sharice definitely don't need to come back. Robin don't need to come back. You just need to find some new girls who are willing to work. Because if those other girls come back, you're gonna get the same thing you got in the past. And that's that. I just Wendy can get off the show actually.
What?
Yes.
Well, I don't get what you guys like hate about Wendy.
It ain't hate.
Wendy is literally the housewife on Potomac.
I think that
she's not entertaining at all.
She all right. But that's all.
You just got used to it, Lagor.
Yeah, they're the only qualified housewife on Potomac.
Like I like
run her off the show.
Listen, Wendy Jr. It's not about being qualified. Wendy's not qualified to be on the show because she don't have her own mind. She can't
How does she have her own mind though? I do not get when you guys say that.
What's the difference?
Because somebody
have to move on though, y'all. But go ahead, Q.
That was it. Because Beverly Hills gonna come on. That was all.
Yeah, Beverly Hills getting ready to come on. I got to see Reba Jr.
Hey, don't she live like in Pennsylvania or Delaware or something?
Laura B, what's good, Laura B? What you want to talk about?
Hey, can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can.
Hey, I don't understand why y'all hate Wendy so much.
How come everything gotta be hate?
Because it is.
Y'all just okay. I feel
It's
like
like
I can't even say my critique of Wendy because y'all went in on her so bad.
You
Okay, but
good
I will though.
critique. That's the problem. Y'all think that Wendy is perfect. Patty.
She's not.
Oh
No.
my
I
god.
don't think she's perfect. So Wendy's
Mm-hmm.
first season, I actually did not like Wendy her first season. I
Mm.
thought Wendy was very elitist. Like I'm
Mm-hmm.
West African as well, so I didn't like her at first. That whole I'm a doctor, and especially when she said to Ashley at that table, I'm a professor. You address me as a professor. I didn't like that, and I kind of
You can
saw
tell she
that
was waiting
this
for that read, huh?
she
That's the only time I did like her.
no,
Yeah.
she was very like rude and elitist that first season. I did not like that. She gave very typical West African who comes to the US and thinks because they are a doctor, they are better than regular Black Americans. And I don't like that. I don't like that. But anyway, I got that this reunion. I feel like the fact that Stacey told Wendy what Karen was saying about her. Yes, she waited until that last day of filming or whatever to tell her. She still told you.
Mm-hmm.
Wendy should have gave Stacey grace at that reunion. Stacey is showing that, she's cutting ties with Karen. She's going to give you the bone when she gets it. So I feel like Wendy should have gave Stacey grace at that reunion because of that. But instead of that, the moment she got a bone about Stacey, she completely made the whole last episode was about Stacey and TJ because bring Eddie out, let's say Stacey, and even when she was talking to Stacey, as your friend, I'm telling you, if you come back, we're not going to believe you. She didn't have to say all that. She could have said it more gracefully. She could have given her more grace.
Yeah.
That is my critique of Wendy. I didn't
Her
like that.
tone was very aggressive, and the delivery and everything. I was like,
Gabor,
wow.
please.
So
Please.
what
What?
is it
I
that you
didn't
do
like
like
that.
about
I
Wendy?
thought that
Because
she was
these
about to try
I
to fight
do
that
no.
girl. I did. I thought
Oh
that.
wow.
I
I
did. I
do
thought
like
that.
Wendy.
reiterating the
Hold
caller
on,
just
hold on,
reiterated
y'all.
like all of the things that we don't like about her. Like, so what actually
I
do you like?
I do like Wendy. I like Wendy. I like how
But
she's
what?
smart. She's educated. That
Yeah.
family. She's quick-witted. I like that about her. And Wendy be looking good. She do.
She looked good at the reunion.
Enhancements or not, Wendy look good. She look good,
Well,
y'all.
enhancements. Yeah, she looked good though. At the reunion, she did. She was best dressed. She got it
Yes,
right this time.
she be having some. Wendy be dressing. She do be having them flaws like
She
that.
be trying.
Michelin.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like if Wendy wouldn't try so hard, she would shine. Like I feel like I see it. She just be trying so hard sometimes. But I do
She's
like
a
her.
wannabe. She wants Fashion Nova to call her
Hold
and ask
on,
her to
Trent.
do
Let her
some
finish,
No,
Trent.
I don't think she
Go
be wearing
ahead.
Fashion Nova now. She not Jackie. Jackie in that Fashion Nova fit she
She
wore.
definitely was fashion. Now she definitely was Fashion Over now. Now, come on, Laura
Oh
B.
no. That's Jackie. Jackie in them Fashion Nova fits. I don't want to see that next season. I don't want to see Jackie. I don't want to see me.
Doesn't
Mia?
Swanky from Rich and Famous African dressed Wendy now?
Who?
Swanky. Swanky
I don't
from
think
Young,
so.
Famous, and
I've
African.
never seen that show. I've never seen that one.
I think he
It's
is.
on
Um,
Netflix.
That's
I'm
where
gonna
she's
check
getting
that
all
out.
this
You know what? I'm
grandiose
gonna watch that show.
fashion
It be
from.
so. I need to write it down. It be so much
You
stuff that I
do.
be want to watch, but I can't.
Yeah, I can't
Because
get
you
to
love
it.
it, Gabor. It's
Yeah,
messy
it's really
and
good.
I seen that
it's
they
You
was
feel
over
like
there
you can't
bleaching too,
get to
like with her
everything.
mama. I seen her
Oh
over there bleaching.
God.
Oh
But there's
yes.
a stylist
Oh
The
yes.
named
bleaching
Shecky
thing
on there.
though.
I
The
mean
problem with
Swanky.
the bleaching thing, that's a Caribbean, sometimes African thing. It's just that
Girl, Laura B. Last year they tried to tell me maybe Wendy Mama was sick, child. Listen, baby, the girl.
They did?
Yes, they did. They tried to say we don't know if she's sick or not. Y'all
She
was
is
here.
an
Come
older
on, don't
woman. She's an older
No,
woman.
she wasn't. I know for a fact, baby. I like I said, I'm West African. They be
because her
bleaching. They
mama
be
was trying to
bleaching.
turn into Giselle.
I don't know about that, Gabor, but
She was trying to turn into Giselle. We saw her with blue contacts in her
them
eyes.
contacts. I ain't like that.
Yes, she did. She had on some
She
blue.
was
She had on some
bleaching
blue contacts.
bad.
And look
Bleaching
at
real bad.
Mm-hmm.
And then Stacey, I don't think Stacey paid TJ, but I do agree with you. I feel like Stacey, I looked up her ex-husband. They say he's like a VP of something at Audi. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
he works for Audi.
Yes,
You know,
he makes money.
Stacey, and that's what I'm saying. Stacey is a little sloppy, so I can believe that. You know, because she got pictures of him on her Instagram page.
She does. I do feel like she did not want anybody talking about her ex-husband. I think they had an agreement. They didn't want nobody, because with those type of positions, any bad press, any type of scandal, the board can vote you out of your position. So I feel like because of that, she might have been cool friends with TJ, and she felt like, let me bring TJ on. We just gonna be cool. We gonna be friends. And I feel like TJ's messy self felt like at the end of the season, all that backlash he got, he probably feels she owes her money. She don't owe you no money. She don't owe you money. She didn't agree to pay you. And then the fact that he had that little whatever he posted yesterday, oh, it's gonna be an earthquake with the receipts. I'm about to post them. The fact that he didn't
it ain't
post
gonna be
them,
no
that's
earthquake
something.
though. Y'all wasn't even. It wasn't even given all that. An earthquake would be if
It
Eddie
was
and
not
Wendy
that
wasn't really
serious.
married. That would be an earthquake. You only
Yeah,
made
it's not
y'all was
that
only on the
deep.
show one season.
We didn't even believe y'all was sexually active. We didn't
But
believe
it
y'all.
wasn't sexually active because he loved the Lord, is what he was
Did
trying to
we
say.
even see them kiss on the show? We ain't never seen him. He was touching on that trainer more than he was touching on her. I don't believe it. Nobody believed it. It's not.
All right, Wendy and Twitter. All right, Wendy and Twitter.
Didn't he cry for her?
Yeah, he did cry for her, like Jodeci.
But do y'all remember when he was
Yeah,
like, when she was saying, when he was like, where's your divorce going? She was like, I'm doing this, and her. He was like, can I come over? And she was like, no, Arabella's there. Like, he was like pushing her more to come over, like in her house around her daughter and stuff. I knew when the faces she was making, like she was kind of over him at that
She
point.
couldn't believe it.
Right.
She couldn't believe
Because
it.
this whole
It was
time
fake.
she was
TJ wanted to
saying, you
leave his
don't want
phone
to be
number for her
married.
husband.
Huh?
He wanted to leave his phone number at that house for her husband to find.
Yeah, you trying to mess up her divorce settlement. Get out of here, TJ.
But I feel like Stacey, I feel like y'all trying to, I feel like that y'all let Stacey get away with, because she was on a reunion talking about he treated me bad. Girl, every time you sat down, you was talking about that man about having sex with that man, and he told you that he didn't want to do it to you. Now, if a man had been doing it to a woman, girl, no, girl, you mistreated that man on this show. And you purposely seeked him out. Yes, you did.
He might have agreed to it though. We never know.
I'm talking about purposely. I feel like that she purposely got a man like TJ on the show to get the attention off of her husband.
Audience, yeah. Get the audience talking about her. But what I did like about Stacey, that Detroit came out of her. She stood on business like how Mia should have at that reunion.
I didn't see
Every
Detroit.
single girl.
I didn't see Detroit. I saw a little Valley. I didn't see Detroit. I mean, Wendy was kind of
Or maybe Canada.
Yeah,
Canada is crazy.
Wendy was trying to give the Nigerian version of Detroit, because Wendy was real hype. Her hands was all in her face. She was real loud. I really thought that she was gonna slap that girl. But
What reunion were you watching?
I think that Stacey was trying to give class still. Like, I'm not gonna go to the gutter with you, Wendy.
It's
I
like
not,
Stacey
it was given. I would
fighting.
not get off my chariot and throw tomatoes at you, sweetie.
Stacey, I feel like the real Stacey is gonna come out next season. It's like you could see a little bit of the real Stacey fighting to get out at the reunion, especially when she was talking about that Miami trip with Mia birthday. That she was a little angry.
Based on that lumpy wig, I think we've seen the real Stacey.
My God.
That's just who she is.
Thank you for the super chat, Amy J. She said none of the Real Housewives of Potomac have a storyline, including Wendy. Well, she quit her job. She quit her
they
job.
all tried to have storylines.
She quit her job so she could become Portia. Oh, Jesus.
Kay had a storyline. We just didn't care.
The boy. She said, "Hey, the boy, Wendy ran the reunion like an OG." Shout out to Z
Period.
Doctor.
Period.
She did. She did.
You talking about the one she quit? Oh.
She did run that reunion though. Like
yeah, after Mia
should
left.
have done more.
She did. I would give her that. I wouldn't say she ran a reunion, but she was the MVP.
She's the reason why there was a third part.
She was the reason why there was a third part. What was the receipts though, Mama?
There wasn't no
Eddie,
receipt,
her
but they
whole
let her
husband.
slide.
She's like the only person in the show with a husband.
But what was the receipts? They said
they let her slide though. They instead of them calling out, there's no receipts. They let it slide. Everybody was all hyped, ganging up on.
That's what I'm saying. These girls don't know how to be them girls. When we say that we got receipts, we have receipts, darling. They don't got no receipts. They don't got no receipts. They want to be. See, they got the I, but they ain't got the T. That's what it is.
My God.
Yes.
But that's it. That's all I got. I like Wendy, y'all. That's my girl.
You like Wendy, and you know what? I like that you hold her accountable. I like that you hold her accountable, because a lot of people can't tell. A lot of people
But
can't hold their fans accountable because I was over there listening. I had peeked into Sojourner Truth Live, and she was over there. Okay, let me go. Thank you, Lord B. I appreciate it. What's good, Pakistani citizen? Pakistani citizen.
The wind in New Orleans probably got them.
Mims.
I'm telling you, the tornado got Mims.
Let me see.
Y'all, can I just say something real quick?
Go ahead, baby.
Look, I don't understand when it comes to this show that everyone acts like they absolutely can never get rid of these people when we watch people come and go on Beverly Hills year after year after year after year. Mm-hmm. They done got rid of about 5 people on Beverly Hills since we've been talking about it. But when it comes to this show, oh no, we can't never get rid of these people. They are irreplaceable. Like,
because Kelly, Potomac is a fragile city. Like, we barely even know what Potomac is. Like, you can do that with a city like Beverly Hills. Like, here, this is actually a fragile situation.
Oh, no. It's your go.
They're not Lisa Vanderpump. Like, these people are boring as hell. They can be changed out for somebody else like this.
Pakistani. You're not on mute no more. Okay. Go ahead, Callie. What was you saying?
What I'm saying is this. These are not dynamic personalities like Nene Leakes and Lisa Rinna and Lisa Vanderpump. These people are boring. You could just switch them out for another person that might be a little bit less boring. Like, there's no one on this show that is dynamic to that degree where I feel like, oh my God, you just can't take them off the show.
I agree.
I don't know where that's coming from.
They don't have any money. They're not fashionable.
Yeah.
Karen's debt free and loaded.
What's good, Pakistani?
I want to talk about Dr. Simone.
Mm-hmm.
She hasn't been interested since her husband was sleeping with that woman.
Tammy. She was sleeping with Tammy? You mean Tammy?
You went on mute. Well, not mute, but we can't hear you, Mims.
You can't hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Hello?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. What annoyed me about Simone was you're mad that Phaedra's on a better show. Technically, they should be replacing some of the Married to Medicine women. They probably been needed to be replaced. And for some reason, Andy just holds on to Jackie and Simone, keeps them as anchors of the show when their husband's cheating happened, 5-6 years ago now, and that was it. Jackie puts her foot in her mouth, but
you went out, Mims.
Jackie.
It's because I'm on the road.
In a windstorm.
Oh, okay.
Jackie should have been off the show after those comments came out. That was crazy.
Jackie who?
Dr. Jackie. She should have been off the show.
Oh,
you're right. She should have.
Did you see Stacey? Did you see Stacey push? Did you see how Stacey pushed that question about Heavenly on up in there?
Yes, I did.
He pushed that question about Heavenly right on in there.
And I wish Andy would have answered it.
Wait, what did she say?
She said, how did you feel about Heavenly's statement?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he should have answered.
Simone said it.
Did I see what?
Horrible. Did you see Stacey slide the questions about Heavenly right in there when she was in the hot seat?
Did she do it to deflect, or she's bringing it up?
She did it to deflect.
Stacey is slick.
I don't like that she's now, after all these years, talking about Walter being related to her and Cecil. That's what you do when you don't have nothing going on. Simone, I'm just tired of it. I'm tired of all these people. Simone over there talking about it's 8 black doctors on a sandbar. Nobody gives a damn about that.
Nobody cares.
It's like they're older. They don't really have much going on, and it's just not interesting anymore. They probably should have kept Audra on the show, the one who got with Simone. I mean, with Toya. they need to do something. I'm tired of Quad. I don't really care about her. I don't care about the scammer. I don't care about her rented Rolls Royce. I don't care about like they need to do something different. They need to shake things up. With this show, technically the strongest cast members they had were Giselle, Candace, and the one that's in jail. Outside of that, they didn't really have a strong cast of characters who could stand on their own and be interchangeable first seats for a reunion. Mia getting
You didn't like
first
Katie?
seats. I didn't like who?
Katie Roast?
Katie was good, but now we know what was going on with Katie. So, I mean, kudos to Katie for being in recovery. But no, I feel like Candace probably needs to come back in the absence of Karen. And all of the new girls can go. I don't care about any of them. They didn't find anybody that was affluent or interesting or compelling. None of these stories are compelling. None of these people are interesting.
Did y'all hear that Kay is single now?
Oh, I saw that.
Now she was single through the whole season.
I'm glad she left that man.
Gabor, I have a quick question. And I know you got to go, but quick question based off what men said. Based off what men said, which franchise, which group of ladies on any franchise that have the most people who can sit in front chair and hold that seat? You get what I'm saying?
Like when they cast other shows.
Like you know how
I don't know how many people still watch. I don't know how many people still watch OC, but a lot of those seats were interchangeable. I just don't feel like Potomac has it. I like Dr. Wendy, but I agree with Richie, surprisingly. She's not really held accountable, but she took a lot of joy in saying that shit about Stacey. Technically, I don't even think that was Wendy or Eddie's doing. I think that was production. That probably should have gone to Ashley, but they could not make it believable that Ashley would have called another woman's boyfriend to see why they're not at the reunion. So they used Eddie, and Eddie's dumbass did it. I did not like it. I would have preferred almost anybody else because I like Eddie and Wendy, and I don't think that that's their personality.
Oh, Eddie definitely did it because of Wendy told him to.
I think production told him to do it.
Wendy was just glad it wasn't her.
TJ probably called production and said, I have something to say.
Yep, you right.
Without this being on the previews for the show, what would the reunion have been? Karen crying?
Nothing.
Wendy was just glad it wasn't her.
They would have made Mia stay. And I wanted to hear Mia apologize for calling Giselle daughters whores.
It would have been more believable if Michael called TJ and said, why aren't you here? I want to see you. That would have been believable.
But why would Mia apologize for something that was edited out of the show? See, the show omitted that. They barely even wanted to show her getting in Giselle's face. Giselle made them show that because she brought it up at the reunion. And she said they did not show this.
Giselle wasn't
probably because of that article. Somebody said I feel like they did leak that article to whoever, and because they leaked that article, they wanted Mia to stand on what she said about Giselle's daughters.
I feel like they're all over Mia, and I think if Mia were to come back, anything that she tells them, they're gonna be like, yeah, right, whatever. And that's what we're gonna get.
I don't think she's coming back. Kelly, did you see that awkward I think she was on there last week. Andy didn't even want to talk to her while she was on Watch What Happens Live. And she was sitting right in front of him. Like she just
don't come for people's children like that. That was trash.
Can I just say something that Mims had touched on with Simone? I think Simone is also mad because she couldn't check Phaedra the way she could check Toya.
Yeah, she sure couldn't.
And the way she could check Mariah and Quad and stuff. Despite of what we think of Phaedra is on the same level as Simone as far as education wise, right? Like you can't she may not be a doctor, but she's a lawyer.
See, I didn't think I was gonna go live with Merit the Medicine. I don't think I'm gonna be busy tomorrow. I didn't think I was gonna go live with Merit the Medicine tomorrow, but I gotta go. I gotta go live on the Easter Bunny because the Easter Bunny mad.
Simone is mad. She didn't like the comment. These bitches over here, she didn't like the comment because she made shirts. She had seasons. confessional. She getting on Watch What Happens Live, trying to prove that she. Oh well, Phaedra's over there with the real mean girl, Portia, and Phaedra over Walter. And listen, come on, focus on what y'all got going on. Y'all some of the nastiest doctors I know on TV.
They are.
I don't even think that Portia's a mean girl though.
And one of the doctors don't even care for black women. But I haven't heard nobody.
You're right.
All right, y'all. What y'all gotta say? We got a minute and 15 seconds.
Okay, as a prequel
Here we go.
to Beverly Hills, I just want to say that I had to rewatch Sutton dragging the shit out of Dorito on the after show like 3 times because it was just giving me life.
Girl.
To speak on that, if you saw the after show, you saw Kyle actually dragged Sutton because she said that if we talking about money, then she said if we talking about money, then Sutton would sit down too.
Does Kyle really have more money than Sutton?
I gotta be fair. Y'all, we're not gonna act like Kyle saying the stuff in the confessional, but we're not gonna act like Sutton didn't check everybody in the room and called everybody pocket to the carpet at Crystal House last year.
Everybody was silent.
Everybody pocket to the carpet, and the girl tried to act like.
But Kyle has more money than Sutton.
No, Mauricio and Kyle have more money.
We don't know what Kyle's gonna walk away with.
And we don't know what Sutton actually got either. We listening to Google. We listening to what Google say, but we don't really know how much money nobody got though. But Sutton last year at Crystal House, she called everybody pockets to the carpet and nobody stood up.
Everybody was quiet.
I'm gonna tell you, I think Mauricio gonna play the shit out of Kyle like Jada talking about we're gonna be married forever and all this bullshit. Because he don't give her that money, and I don't think Kyle gonna sit right up there in that empty ass house.
Right, but we're gonna talk about it tomorrow.
You're right.
We're gonna talk about it tomorrow, though.
You're right. That same advice. I was gonna say that same advice Erica Jane gave to Dorit, she needs to give to Kyle.
Well, thank y'all so much for being here, y'all. I appreciate the love and support, and I will see y'all tomorrow. Adios.
Adios.
Call daddy, tell him 25 got it. Call daddy, tell him 25 got it. Call daddy, tell him 25 got it.